Welcome to our Rolemaster Actual play session. Ain't No Place for a Hero is a campaign set in the world of Duyranaki, the continent of men. A gritty, cutthroat world where politics, sorcery, religion, and commerce are all intertwined and reign supreme. Treachery and murder both come cheap, and characters need to be both smart and ruthless to survive. We hope you enjoy our story, and, as always, may the dice roll in your favor. This is episode 172 of Ain't No Place for a Hero. The party have chosen to face whatever awaits in Tarak Nev, and now find themselves deep within the terrible, dead city. We rejoin our heroes mid-fight with a massive cat-like creature in the ruined palace. Good evening, my name is Chris, alternatively known on this channel and in this game as GM Chance, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you to our story this evening. The tale that we're telling, the yarn that we're spinning, its name is up on screen. It's called Ain't No Place for a Hero, and it is a tabletop role-playing game. We use an old system, a somewhat forgotten system in many cases, called Rolemaster. That system dates all the way back to the 1980s. Up on screen are the 8 faces of our 8 heroes in this game. Quite a large party. Generally, a tabletop role-playing game might have 4, maybe 5, perhaps, player characters. To have 8 is pretty chunky. And we have 5 players. So if you do the maths, you'll work out that some of those players indeed play 2 characters. And we'll learn a little bit more about who plays who in a second. Before we do that, a couple of things. The first thing is my habitual, my regular, sincere thank you for all of the people that follow, subscribe, like, comment, engage with us on social media, and just generally show an interest in the tales that we tell and this channel in general. We are tracking around 430 subscribers. I'm really keen to get up to 500 within the next couple of months. So we would hugely appreciate if you're enjoying what you're hearing and what you're seeing. We'd love a couple of seconds from you down below to click the button. Ideally the subscribe, but even better, the like and the subscribe. And what would be even better than both those two things is if you spend a minute or so next time you're chatting to one of your gaming friends and you're enjoying us, recommend us, pass our name on. If you're enjoying it, perhaps some of the people you know might be too. That's the first thing. The second thing is we got together, as we usually do, several months, quite a few months back now, back in November last year, which was November 2025, for gaming in person. We play online, as we're obviously doing now, but once a year we typically get together and roll dice in person. And when we did so, we did some character interviews, I guess you could say, basically quizzing the players of the characters on screen to help both the players and myself, and I guess the audience, understand a little bit more about what makes these faces tick. And in a second or so, we are going to go to a recording of one of those characters. And then after that, we're going to delve a little bit more into all of the faces on screen, with each one of the players introducing them, both themselves and also the character they're playing, by answering a character development question. So we're going to go to that recording right now. I don't know which one it is because I ain't done the edit yet, but hope you enjoy it. We're going to start now.
I'm still Graham. I'm playing 2 characters, but of course we start with Etienne. And I've got a couple of questions I'd like to answer about him. The first of which is, what's the most elaborate or detailed magical ritual your character has witnessed? Well, possibly more than witnessed, take part in, because Etienne has not always been Etienne. When he was born Faisal, he had a very troubled sort of early childhood and late childhood, and was rescued essentially by his mentor and soon-to-be father, if not biological, Siente Gildeflower. And he spent, after being sort of rescued from poverty and a life of crime, he spent many months on the road with Siente, learning all about what it means to be genitrist and what it means to sort of worship Aphrodite. This sort of culminated in a sort of formal rebirth, if you like, where Faisal became Etienne. And this took place in the wilderness, and there was a very involved magical ritual that he took part in, just himself and Siente, where there was a lot of spells and magic casts, a lot of ritual, the culmination of which Etienne drank a specially prepared drink, which was highly narcotic in nature, and was left alone for 2 weeks in the wilderness to fend for himself, deep in worship. It was highly narcotic. His memory of those 2 weeks is pretty snatched. He just remembers multitudes of sunsets and sunrises and wandering around mountain slopes in the heat, plunging into sort of rivers to quench his thirst, but otherwise kind of raving, being visited by what he assumes were visions from Aphrodite, long conversations with adherents of centuries gone by who presumably weren't actually there, but he was somehow talking to them, and then some instruction from the goddess herself while he was in this kind of altered state. And when he emerged 2 weeks later, when Siente returned, he had become Etienne Gildeflower. He was fundamentally changed by the experience and became someone completely new. And Siente was then now his new father and his teacher. So yeah, that was probably the most elaborate in detail because he actually experienced himself. Second question: how does your character feel about the nature of good and evil in the world? They're pretty, from his own perspective, they're quite well defined, in the sense that goodness, he believes, is giving people the liberty and the freedom to be themselves and express themselves and who they are, and to indulge their passions and so forth, and not oppress or forbid others from doing as they want, within sort of the bounds of sort of basic morality from his perspective. However, while evil will be oppression and doing the opposite of that. However, in this sort of current situation that the world finds itself in, there's a sort of blurring because good and evil are, in a sense, parts of certainly if you look at the pantheon of gods, there are sort of gods and goddesses who may be sort of called by some evil, who are allied with those who might be called good, to actually maintain the order in which they find themselves, the order of the universe. And so there's a strange blurring at the moment, where at the moment those fighting on the side of for the old order may feel they're fighting for good, but they are also allied with those who might eventually be called evil, in the sense of those who have oppressed people. And so you consider certain religions that forbid people from fully living their lives and give them very kind of austere lives, and those and have sort of practices that encourage people to sort of suppress their basic feelings and emotions and wants. And he's very much against that. So he would call those evil. So he's in a very strange sort of place at the moment. So those are my two questions. And now I believe we're going to go over to Aidan, who's going to ask me more questions.
Hello, Etienne.
Hello.
Etienne, famously, you have a very long list of lovers. Do you remember them all? And are there favorites?
Yes. I think he probably does. Yeah, most of them. I mean, maybe in some of the sort of more events that involve a lot of people.
Yeah.
He may not remember the names,
Mm.
and then probably in a few cases the faces.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he's got quite a good memory. So I mean, he would endeavour, and if he saw them again, he'd be more happy.
And were there favourites?
Yes, there was one moment where he was taken in by royalty, Queen, and spent a very enjoyable long weekend in her palace, indulging her whims. She lived a quite kind of separate, almost quite lonely life, and he was introduced to her and basically was smuggled into her towers, and they spent a very enjoyable few days together, and she was able to be who she wanted to be, and he was able to be what he wanted to be, and so yeah, they had a nice time.
Wonderful. It's lovely. Does Etienne have any other hand replacements aside from his shield? And would he like others? What would they be?
Absolutely. He would like a can opener for
like
one.
A Swiss Army Etienne.
Yeah. If they could all kind of come out the sides like that, that'd be brilliant.
What would he choose?
I think the shield is a good one. Right?
It's a great one.
No doubt about that. Maybe some sort of, when you're maybe a flame that could come on, like, to light the gas and use that on a fag or something. I think that would be quite useful. Maybe some sort of spray would be quite nice, like anti-undead spray or something. Aerosol kind of. A bit like bear spray, quite a lot.
Yeah.
So I was going to have to get so close. Yeah. But I mean, open to offers, honestly.
Okay.
If we could find the Swiss Army prosthetic.
If you can dream
individual, then if we can
Aphrodite can provide.
That'll be excellent.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Nice. Okay. And what is Etienne's dream date?
Dream
replica.
date.
It can be multiple people.
He'd struggle to isolate one, really. I mean, he's also a person doesn't need to dream because he just acts. You know what I mean? So he hasn't held himself back at any point in his life, or that he remembers. So he doesn't yearn for any one person. He's not exclusive in that regard anyway. So he wouldn't necessarily single someone out. And he's quite relaxed about it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But he's very much of the moment. So I don't think there is one.
So no beach walks or anything like that. Just whatever.
I mean, if he's on a beach, and he's able to walk, absolutely fine. He'll go with a whim, but he doesn't sit around going, I wish that would happen. He'll just do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great. Well done.
Thanks. We're so alike.
Hope you enjoy that. We always enjoy getting together and having a bit of a laugh, and it's always fun to kind of come up with some good nonsense about the characters up on screen, to delve into their past and their likes and their dislikes, etc., etc. Alrighty, we are going, as mentioned before that recording, we're going to hear from each one of the players about their characters up on screen, and they're going to answer one of the questions which I sent out earlier in the week. We play on a Wednesday, as we are tonight, and typically on a Monday I send out some character development questions. And tonight we're kicking off with Giles. Giles, the mic is all yours.
Thanks, Chris. Look, I play Tarquin. He's a young, slender, ridiculously good-looking half-elf. And you've posted 6 questions, of which I want to answer all in great detail, but won't. Rather, these are questions about tyranny, power, being feared, and controlling people. And I'm going to kind of wrap them all up. So Tarquin was not brought up by his natural parents. It would be fair to say his childhood home was not a pleasant one, and one focused on controlling people through fear, essentially. And a natural understanding of his role in doing that. And so I guess he was indoctrinated, I suppose would be the right word, in those concepts. And indeed, part of how he knows this party when he met Etienne many years ago was learning about how to use power to control people. And it would be fair to say that his interaction with Etienne maybe planted a seed of doubt, and there's been a seed of doubt that has grown somewhat over many months. Tarquin has been with this party. I think if you'd asked him a few years before meeting this party, he would have delighted in the idea of being feared to be both powerful and effective. And the concept of tyranny would be a happy one to him, irrespective of its ends. And I think that is a set of beliefs, I'm not sure if you call them values, which have been challenged, shall it be say, quite significantly, both by the party's adventure itself, but also by some of the actions and interactions of the party towards him. And so I guess he finds himself in, as many young adults do, in a sort of difficult position. Of course, one of the problems with thinking controlling by fear is a good thing is it leads you to be very prone to it. And although Tarquin probably wouldn't admit this, I think that is a great fear of his, is being controlled by fear itself. On that note, maybe I'll hand over to you, Pete.
Thank you. It's just a bit of a shame that our characters don't share this information amongst themselves. Yeah, we have to play. You can't let the meta come in.
No metagaming.
Yeah, no. Thanks, Charles. Kia ora, I'm Pete. I'll be playing 2 characters tonight. First of which is Leif. Question for Leif to answer, and it's going to be the obvious one. So I think there might be other people who might want to answer this one. But what shared hardship forged your strongest bond? I mean, the parting and the adventuring in general. I think amongst all the characters, trauma is quite a unifying thing. I would say though the obvious one for Leif and for anyone from who travelled on the torture ship, it would be the torture ship. When we were captured by the TPP and by, in fact, the lady Professor Unswick or Torvash Kanali, who's just, 500 foot away from us in the very building we are fighting in right now. She betrayed us and put us on a ship because she thought we had extra knowledge about the TPP's or her branch of the TPP's plans involving Tarak Nev, because we had visions of Tarak Nev. We didn't know anything about all of this stuff at the beginning, but we foolishly shared a little bit of information about what we'd seen in our visions, and she went, okay, they know more. She thought we assumed we knew more than we did, and we just didn't. And so she tortured us for that and didn't believe us for some reason. It was very traumatic. In multiple ways. I mean, I note that at least 2 of our characters, Mithan and I believe that Neathanal, already had a fear of being controlled and being confined. That was a never will being a victim. Never will that happen again. And I know for Mithan, when it happened again, it was just really really traumatic. But I think through that, has certainly forged a strong bond. And I mean, the whole adventuring thing was, everyone has saved everyone else's life any number of times. The other character we're playing is Mithan, and question for her is, would you destroy something sacred to end suffering? Which doesn't really hold with sacredness particularly, so of course you would, yeah. Thinking particularly of church doctrine, perhaps. I'd be happy to see that bugger off if it meant that people could live sort of freer and more healthy lives. That's a quick answer for Mithan.
Nice one.
Could I please pass over to Aidan?
Hello. Thanks, Pete. I'm going to answer that same question for Gray. Mm-hmm. Would you destroy something sacred to end suffering? He would also agree a hearty yes. He doesn't have any strongly held beliefs. He actually doesn't really like anything organized religion or organized politics or anything like that. So I think he also would probably very much enjoy destroying things of that nature, especially because the gods seem to cause nothing but hardship in his life.
Everybody's a critic. Jesus.
Definitely. And the other character I'm playing tonight is Demos. the wonderful spearman that we have. For him, I'm going to answer what shared hardship forged your strongest bond. And I think for him, his strongest bond, even though he hasn't seen this person in a very long time, is his sister. I think from reading his backstory, they had quite a shared, difficult childhood. And I think that difficult childhood probably brought them very close together until they were ripped apart. That bond still hasn't kind of diminished at all. And they can do anything for her based on that.
Pretty nasty father from memory. It's been a while since I've read.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Yes, not very nice. And some crushing as well that went on. Definitely not ideal for poor old Demos.
I don't think he'll be fathering children anytime soon.
No. Sadly not.
What's a bit of crushing between friends? Marvelous. And of course, the background was written by a previous player, and Aidan, you have the honor of playing not one but two characters that you have inherited by previous people. You didn't actually create either of these characters, so yes, there we go.
No. And they're both wonderful.
Excellent.
Both beautiful.
They are. Who's next?
All right. Graham.
Hi. I will be playing one character tonight, but there is another one kicking around. I'll mention her first, Neathanol, and I will. Yes, well, I was going to ask the same one as she, Pete. So I think that little boat trip we took across the world was pretty bad, and yeah, that's. It did bring us together. But I mean, when this little adventure started, we were a right bunch of odd bods, really. I mean, we were just looking for cash, going around, killing things that moved in return for money. I mean, we had a kind of an assassin, a drug addict,
yep,
a weird girl who had her head in the clouds, and then in fact, the only person who was quite nice was Leif, really. And really, we were very disparate little gang. And really, what has kept us going is the shared problem. And then, of course, this greatness put.
Was that Zio? Sorry, you mean? He was the shared problem.
He wasn't the shared problem. He was a git, actually.
Sorry to interrupt.
I don't miss him. I miss his sword. But,
could you describe Zio? So Zio.
Well, it's a bit weird because the rest of us were sort of fairly kind of, I would say, lowly born, and then for some reason we had this aristocrat kicking around with us who had a very, very expensive sword, who was extremely objectionable and snobbish. Why he was there, I don't really know, but it was quite an odd mix, and he was not very pleasant. And then Valdaz was a jolly fellow, but he had a bit of a drug problem. So that was always put a little bit of stress on the party at times. So no, they're a weird bunch. But yes, back on then the boat, and then of course the small matter of saving the world. So we've kind of thrown in together. But seems to have worked. So so far, it's not looking so good at the moment. But well, never mind. And the other character who is around is Etienne. Would you become a tyrant? No, they wouldn't do that. Would you rather be feared and effective or loved and powerless? I think I'll twist that and say that he would be feared by those who he'd be feared by those who members of society or leaders who are corrupt and vain and oppress others. But he would like to be loved and powerless. But there's too many bastards in the world, so he's got to clear them out one at a time. Anyway, I'll move over to Kairos.
Nice one. Just before Kairos jumps in, for listeners and viewers, some of those characters referenced, a character called Zio and Valdez, they obviously were part of the party well and truly before we began to collect record. So we started recording sessions for this game around episode 60. We're at 100. Wow, we're at 172 for this episode. Those characters and others and some of those adventures mentioned were before we clicked the record button. Keros, mic is yours. And we lost you.
You shouldn't have said anything, GM.
I shouldn't have, right? I totally shouldn't have. I completely and utterly jinxed that. Totally jinxed that. That's unfortunate. Sod's law. Absolute sod's law. What we'll do is we will just click time. Just something visual on my screen so I can see it. And we'll wait for Alex to rejoin us. And I'll just, by the magic of editing, it'll happen again. That's so annoying. Give it a minute and then we'll jump in. Hello? Any messages from her?
I messaged her in WhatsApp that we can't hear you. She's now messaged in Discord chat, I'm here, can you not hear me?
No.
Just say, no, we can't.
Yep, thanks, Pete.
I can hear everything.
Really? That's weird.
Oh, boo.
That's really weird.
Yeah, I mean, in the interim, Alex, you could just type like crazy when it comes around to what Keros wants to do.
Could you,
and hopefully we can fix the sound problem.
What about jumping out of Discord and back in for a start?
Totally jinxed it. Give it 2 more minutes and then we'll...
Yeah.
So, playing.
Can you try quitting Discord, Alex?
Yeah.
She goes...
Yeah. The frustration with technology is it just doesn't...
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, hooray.
Oh, I heard all of that. I thought you were having tech problems.
No, you were having tech problems.
Oh.
Weird, very weird. Cool. You're coming through loud and clear. Perfect. All good. We'll cut back to, hang on, and then we'll go to me saying the following. Okay, and over to Keros.
Kia ora, I'm Alex. I play Keros. And she also has her magnificent cat, Victory, who plays herself. Lots of good questions. Keros cannot answer the questions about places, as she doesn't remember them, but she does remember the boat. But I'm going to answer, would you become a tyrant to prevent endless war? Look, she'd give it a go. She would be very good at it. Probably, like, everyone needs to rescue a cat. Doesn't matter if you've got allergies. She would be prepared to make some tough decisions. She would absolutely commit to it, but she would need a very strong sort of war council or people to make the decisions for her, and she's just the mouthpiece because it doesn't actually, tyranny doesn't sit in her moral makeup, but she'd definitely give it a go. And I also like the question, would you destroy something sacred to end suffering? Absolutely. 100%. She would burn it to the ground.
Bit of a theme.
Tyranny, not really a look she's going for, but she'd give it a good shot.
Good for her. Good for her. Marvelous. Thank you, one and all. That's the party there. Up in all their glory. Pete, we now turn to you as our scribe, please, to give us a rundown of what happened last session. I've just got a slight tech issue. I just need to put Discord up on the screen. As we can see, Discord hasn't come up. So if you can just narrate what happened, and then I'll jump into the map a little bit later. So I'll do my best to supplement your comments. Go for it, please. What happened last time?
Thank you. I'm sorry, I was having a chuckle about giving Tyranny a bit of a go. Yeah, loved it. Thank you. So We are in Tarak Nev, City of the Dead. We found the sword. We found Defiler's Bane. Great. That's tick one of our objectives in the city. We were all set to leave when we came across the second objective, which was to engage with the TPP and hopefully kill Torvash Garoli and Arini Chonta, who's the leader of the New Enlightenment movement, who's the people who tortured us. We are now in the building in which they have sort of holed themselves up, their base, which is a palace. And previously we'd sort of made our way in here, and there'd been a bit of encounter with some shrieking, wraithy undead things, and in fact, sort of having an encounter with a TPP. Wonderful Tarquin had cast a darkness spell, which had sort of separated the party, because Tarquin could cast dark vision and Grey could cast dark vision. So they put themselves in the darkness there, wanting to ambush the TPP who were on the other side of it from our party, from the rest of the people in the group. And so, previously, thank you, over that way. Previously, so the rest of the group had sort of had moved to the right and gone way across to, there's a courtyard in the middle. We sort of always orient ourselves to the courtyard, to the other side of the courtyard, and had moved, that's the one, all the way over to this other room here. We sort of picked up that the TPP people were going from the other side of that darkness and had come back along the back corridor along the back of the courtyard, thanks Chris, and had gone through that door at the end of this long walk. So we've seen them move in there. At the beginning of last session, we had, throughout our sort of engagement with them with the blackness and us sort of moving over to the side, there had been some thumping, some sort of beast sounding sort of smashing from the back of the building. And at the end of the session before, we'd heard sort of something break in. Beginning of last session, we were all sort of hanging out in this room. We figured the thing that bashing on the door, figured that it might be a demon, because we'd counted, well, seems like the place for demons, so we'd sprinkled some demon dust across the entrance to the door to stop any demons entering. And we were just sort of wanting to hang out here. We didn't want to go and confront the TPP people whilst there was a new monster coming into the building. So that was our thinking. The beginning of last session, Tarquin came belting in from outside and gave us a very hurried report about what he had seen through using his dark vision in the darkness. He had, I think, killed what he thought was the TPP mage, and had killed 2 people, one of which was the mage, and killed 1 person and wounded another person of the TPP people. Thanks, Charles. So great news and great work. I think he was then set upon by a shrieker, and I think, which were these very hard to see things, and I think, well, we don't know, could still be around, but it might be the one that Etienne cast a repel undead on, and it might be one that was coming towards us previously, and Mithan saw it disappear. Who knows? We don't want to count on anything like that. But the big news was that Tarquin had seen a giant cat, the size of a pony is the description, break through a door into the building. That was the thing that was bashing on the back, and it was very fast, and I don't remember if he said he had seen Grey or what the story was. He had seen Grey, and he had seen Grey be attacked by it. He had seen, okay, thanks, Charles. He had seen Grey attacked by it. Sorry, my notes weren't clear on this. And so we're sort of concerned for Grey's well-being. He's out there somewhere in the darkness, we think, and had been mauled by this giant cat. We somehow drew its attention, or it came running for us as well. And so we've since, thanks very much, Chris. Yeah, there it is there. Huge. It's wearing a collar, and it's got glowing purple eyes. We did some careful questioning to figure out, was it a demon or was it undead? And so it looks like this. It looks like a cat. It's not rotting. It's not see-through. Yeah, we don't know quite what to make of it. And yes, there it is there. Some of us are still back in the room. I think Mithan and Etienne have moved out to attack. I thought someone else had as well. But we've done a bit of combat with this giant cat. It's very fast. It can do 2 attacks per round. But our weapons seem to not be effective. So in the past, we've encountered monsters that magical weapons could injure. This is not being it doesn't seem to be being injured by magical weapons. Apart from, it seems that Etienne's holy weapon is having an effect on it. So he's the only one who's been able to do damage. But apart from also Keros's just plain old. Keros's magic has also had an effect on it. She shot it with a cold ice bolt. And I think there was a comment that it seemed particularly affected by the cold. I don't know where that came from, but that was a comment that I've written down. So that's where we are. Sort of engaging with this creature where only one person's, or 2 people seem to be able to attack it.
Perfect. Thanks, Pete. Great narration, great summation, as per usual. Couple of comments from me, and it's been 2 weeks since we played, and also Alex wasn't here last time, so useful to go over quite a bit of info. So yes, that's indeed the situation. Gray is either dead or incapacitated or something out somewhere in this place. According to Tarquin, and indeed you are locked in combat with whatever the hell this is. And yes, it's very big, very powerful, and very fast. Couple of other things just for viewers' benefit. You are in a palace. It does have a roof. The map on screen doesn't have a roof, just simply for ease of access, and so we can actually tell the story a bit better. So everything does have a roof except for this courtyard here. Some of the stuff that's going on, the weird things in the sky, etc. Your characters had been alerted to some strange goings on, a kind of a gaseous cloud over the side of this wall, and then something horrible happened. There was these noises, and these bolts started coming down from up above. And these bolts of, you don't know what they are, you can see a couple of these streams of whatever they are bouncing off. When they hit something live, you've seen it affect trees, you've seen it affect insects, etc. And indeed, Leif himself was struck by kind of a glancing blow of one of these. Bad things seem to happen. You've taken shelter in the palace. So just a bit of context for viewers who may be not familiar. That's the stuff that's happening outside. Basically, the characters appear to be, at least at this stage, unaffected by these beams, these rays, these whatever. But there is the smallest chance, basically a 1% chance, that one of these may hit this courtyard and then ricochet and bounce out through one of these doors. A larger chance if you're coming along in front of the courtyard. So just a bit of context there. Last thing, and I'll try to keep this very short because this has been a very but long introduction, but needed to be long because of people being away and the time that it's time in between we last played. Just quickly running through people's status. Leif, you're on 105 hits. You are at -50 to everything you do. You are now at least on the ground, however. But yeah, -50 to everything you do. You feel awful after waking up. You feel cold, your fingers are tingling. You definitely don't feel yourself, but you are functional at -50. Keros, you are also at -50. You are on full hits, however. You're on 41 hits. Keros was brought back from the dead. So she died in this game, and through a great deal of huge amount of effort, both monetary and planning and persuasion and all kinds of other things, your companions brought you back from the dead, but not without effect. And Keros is reduced by speed, so her nerves have been damaged. She can only walk at 37 foot around. She has a stutter. Her facial nerves have been damaged by the acid that killed her. She also has like a badly withered arm, and she cannot use her left arm, so she is effectively one-handed. And last but not least, Keros also has this terrible effect that if she takes any damage, there is a chance, small chance, that she may indeed pass out. It's only happened once so far. Next. Who is next? Hang on, just got some software on my screen. Mithan, 145 hits out of your normal 179. You're on -12 from a pull muscle. Demos, relatively healthy, 109 hits out of your normal 132 hits. Your right hand is feeling a bit weird, but you're able to use it. Etienne, you're on 91 hits out of your 136. You are also uninjured, other than the fact you also only have one hand. You have a shield, which is screwed into your left hand. Tarquin, you're on 48 out of your 59 hits. You are otherwise uninjured. Any questions, comments, anything we need to know about that before we start the game?
Can I just ask a technical question, Chris? If you haven't learnt a spell at a particular level, can you overcast to that level, or do you need to have learnt the spell to that level?
You need to have learnt the list to that level.
Thank you.
Any questions, guys? Okay. Going once. Going twice.
Oh, just a clarification. Both Kiros and Leif are flying.
Thanks, Pete. Yes.
Yep. Because both are impaired in their action for movement.
Yes. Thank you. Great.
And I did forget to mention for the recap, sorry, that Neathanel had previously gone to investigate the palace before the stuff in the sky kicked off, and we haven't seen her come back, so we're concerned for her as well. But just for
she's
record,
probably dead as well.
Sorry, just one quick question. I can't remember from the last time we played. Are we aware that our weapons are not affecting the tiger? We are, aren't we? Yes. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's arguably it's a bit of meta, but no, I mean you're sticking stuff in it and it keeps coming for you. So
pretty sure Mathan actually said that. I'm pretty sure.
I thought there was no discussion. Cool.
Alrighty. Anything else? Gone once? Gone twice? Nope. Let's start the game. Okay. We are going to go straight into rounds. And we are going...
I'm going to cast Chris, which adds 6 to my initiative.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, cool. Got it. Done. Amended, thank you. Just before I click the go button. Thank you. Just to check, you were prepped last round, right?
I've been prepped for 4 rounds.
Cool. Yeah, great. Cool. All right. First actor. And sick. Yeah. This massive, horrible, hulking creature. You've seen it gouge twice. It's large. It's extremely powerful and fast. Steps back, disengages, and then moves at a run. Through here. And you lose sight. Next.
Oh, it's a shame to see it go.
Next is Leif.
I have just posted in our chat.
Yep.
Elsa. We'll breathe a sigh and say, he will say, thank goodness it's gone. Let's keep an eye on it. Let's find Grey, and let's get going to the TPP.
Cool. We are going to play out the rest of this rounds. Next. Tarquin, that initiative roll helped.
So I guess he'll use 10% of the round to not cast, so change his action. And he'll tell the others, why don't I race through the darkness, get Grey, and meet you at the corner, you know, where we know the TPP have gone at the end of the corridor, hard right. And we can head that way. And then Tarquin's going to ask the party, I don't know how this works in rounds. The other thing I could do is race. So if we go back into the, you know, the kitchen area, he could zip around just up and down the left-hand rooms to look to see if he can see Neathanel. I don't think he'll be able to carry two people if they're both unconscious, but do you think it's worth me doing that as well? But I think what we need to do is get after the TPP.
Okay. Saying that, we'll come out of rounds in a second. Etienne, just saying, basically what I'm trying to simulate is kind of the shock of this thing going and then reacting, and then we'll have a chat if you need to. Etienne.
Preparing in case it comes back.
Okay. Keros.
Someone should get, mentioning someone should get the dustpan up and dustpan and brush out and sweep up that devil dust.
Keros, you're back here. You would have seen it go. Arguably, Leif, you probably didn't. You did see it go. You're kind of slightly out of range. Anyway. Keros.
She would be really sad that the monster is a big kitty.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously that's very triggering for her and would like that noted in the minutes. She will...
Is it a kitty?
move...
I mean, is it a kitty?
Oh, it's a meow meow.
It tried to eat.
Meow, meow.
It tried to eat Etienne's face.
We just needed some holy Nozanan. That would have worked.
Exactly.
What does Keros do, please?
She'll move with the group. She was going to prep, but she'll move with the group. And can I ask what Victory's doing, please?
Cowering at your feet and kind of hissing.
Alex, just so you know, you're prepped 2 rounds. So if it does come back, you know, you didn't notice because I played you last time. I mean, you could opportunity action zap him, but...
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
Cool. Mython.
Mythan will ask if anyone needs healing. And I think she will switch with... No, she'll stick with her sword for now. But no, she'll ask if anyone needs healing and just follow the party, basically.
Okay, cool. Demos.
Demos is keen to follow the party too, but he's also keen while we just figure out what we're doing to kind of slip back into this room a little bit more so he doesn't get hit by any evil beams, which he would encourage Etienne to maybe do as well.
Nice. Thank you. And on that exact note, Demos, you're actually fine, but both Etienne and Mython, you have a 1% chance of something awful happening. Give me a roll, please.
Good call, Aiden. I didn't think. All good. I think all good.
Yep, all good.
All good for both.
Okay, cool. Come out of rounds. I just kind of wanted that 10 seconds for your characters to kind of react to what happened. Free flow it. Just give me... I'll go around each character as they are on screen, starting with Leif, and we'll go kind of this way, and then these two characters. Tell me in the next 2 minutes, kind of, well, the next 2 minutes, what their plans are. So over the next 2 minutes, what's Leif's intention? What does he say, do? What's his plan?
Leif would agree with Tarquin and say, yes, I think you should go check out where Grey is and bring him to the corner room. His next intention is to, based on group consensus, move up to that corner room and see about how we can go about assaulting TVP based on what we find there. Thinking something along the lines of, once we're in, we put an ice wall across the back to stop the cat from getting in, across the doorway, see if Keros can do that. But we'll have to plan what the next bit looks like once we know the terrain.
Okay, great. Thank you. Cool. So, and obviously, feel free to have a chat, but with others as you're speaking. But just Demos,
he might put himself forward for some healing as well.
Okay, cool.
If Mithan's offering it.
Cool. Demos, kind of rough plan. Other than encouraging people to step back, what's your intention?
I mean, he might just say, like, what the hell was that thing? Why didn't our weapons affect it? And he would probably be inspecting Jamie Lynn just to make sure she wasn't cracked or anything, just making sure she still seemed shimmery and nice.
Can you please, for the benefit of our viewers and listeners who may not know, who is Jamie Lynn?
Jamie Lynn is Demos's spear. It's Jamie Lynn's spear.
And Jamie Lynn's
sister of his old spear, which was Brittany's spear.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Boom,
Love it. Love it. Very good. We'll move over to Etienne and Mithan and Tarquin.
So he'll step in out of the hallway.
Yep.
I guess, he'd like to bump up his hits. He has some hopperfoot herbs, which he's got 4 doses of those. He'd like to take a couple of them, if that's all right.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yep. Cool. Cool. And Mithan, what are you doing?
Yes, she'll come in from the corridor and would offer healing. Her intention will be to do, now let me get this straight. So if she just preps 2 rounds, that puts her at +0. If she preps 1 round, that puts her at -15. But if she's chanting, if she's waving her hands and shouting, that negates the -15. So she may as well only prep 1 round.
Yes, correct.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep. So that's what she'd be intending to do for all healing. So she wants to cut down on time. She's aware that we ought to get on to TPP. So she'll do as much healing as people need. As much as a PP allow, and then follow the group decision about how we want to take our next steps to move up on the TPP.
Cool. And I actually come to Tarquin last. Keros, what are your plans, please?
She is, what is she going to do? Look for a cat and 9 tails, like a cat toy, just in case. And just generally not die, I think.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything she can do at -50 currently.
Have you got any self-healing, Karen's?
Not. I've got first aid.
We've all got quite a few doses of something called acubitage.
Healing.
How do you prepare it?
I don't know. I'll hand over to our herb specialist.
Yep.
I've got herbal remedy.
Acubitage is leaf and jest.
There you go. It's the best one to have.
Yep.
What do we do? Just eat it?
Yep. I'll just check that.
So we've all got it. Well, actually, say all. Most of us have got it.
Yep. Ingest is immediately usable and may be eaten, chewed, drunk, or inhaled.
Cool.
What's the heal? What does that heal? What was the rate?
1 to 10.
1 to 10. Oh, actually, he's got hopperfoot. That's slightly better.
Okay. So Keros is doing what, please? Just as a sense of cat toys and hanging out with the rest. Is that right?
Yeah, she's got prosaic healing.
Okay, cool. All right. Prepare any rolls that we need to do for healing, etc. As you prep. Pete, I've got your sense that you're wanting to speed it up, so thank you. Noted. Lastly, last person to kind of give me a sense of in the next minute or so, what are they planning on doing? Tarquin, what are your plans?
So I think Tarquin would tell the crowd the ice wall held the cat back before. So we have 2 possibilities. One is Karas could cast the ice wall across the wall the cat has run through, that we would be able to see, and that should slow it down. Or we should go up to the corner with Karis ready to cast it across the wall, the opening in that door, which might be better.
Okay.
Tarquin would say, can I have some healing, please? He's at 48, his maximum 73, 48, 58, 68. So that's like 25 hit points at best. And then he's going to say, people, I can see in the dark. He wants to go. He's agitating to shoot off and find out what's happened to Gray. And he'll tell him he can see in the dark. I want to go. I want to get him.
Cool.
And I'll meet you at the corner.
Cool.
Where, hard right.
I'd like, please, each one of you roll a 1d6, and the first highest, let me know, please.
How do I do this? Exclamation R 1d6?
Yep. 2 for Giles.
Oh, no, I rolled a 5. Sorry.
5? Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. Others, please.
3.
2 for Demo. Should I roll for Gray?
Nope. but thank you. Etienne and Leifamithon.
3.
3.
It looks like Tarquin's the highest with a 5.
Cool.
He's the youngest and most impulsive. That seems
Yep.
reasonable.
Who's the next after Tarquin?
There's a lot of 3s.
Yep. So Kiros, Mithan, and Etienne.
Cool. So actually, can those 3 characters roll again? Just do a 1d100. I just need 2 characters. I should have done a
Mithan
1d.
got 46.
61.
And Keros. Hello, Keros.
Coming.
Yep,
53.
Etienne.
I'm just trying a different internet connection. 53.
3. So it's Etienne and Tarquin. Thank you. Can you both please give me a roll and tell me your perception score? Roll as master.
62, 105.
Thank you. And Etienne.
28.
Yep.
38 plus 38.
Okay, cool. Okay. Tarquin, some information coming into your chat. In a second, just one sec.
You mean whatever it was, Etienne completely missed it.
I didn't say that at all. Didn't say that at all.
Oh,
I'm not surprised.
should have taken your helmet off, Etienne.
Yes.
Yeah, but he can't. It's a bit hard taking his helmet off.
One hand, yeah, I guess so. It makes them look good, let's be honest.
Well, if someone bashes me on the head, it's good.
No, so the real question is, why did the cat run away, I guess? We didn't think about that. One bad he goes.
In your chat now, Tarquin.
I mean,
Okay.
getting smacked by Etienne can't be pleasant.
Maybe I nearly killed it. That's what I like to think. Same.
Oh, no.
What do you do?
Well, as discussed, Etienne would like to take a bit of herbages.
Cool.
Yes.
So, how many? Tell me, please, if you're either taking herbs, and if you are rolling herbs, tell me. We'll go around each character, and how many you're rolling for, and then add them up, and then I'll add them onto your total. If you're casting spells for healing, tell me how many you're casting, and then make those rolls. So we'll start with yourself, Etienne. Any plans for healing or doing anything else that need rolls?
Yes, 2, please.
Cool. Give me a couple of rolls.
So it's what per hits?
You tell me if you're
I'm chucking down some hopper foot, and then I roll for it's 2 to 20 hits each.
And hopperfoot is what? How do you ingest it, or how do you take it?
Don't know, but he's had some before.
Yeah. So we do need to know how it's prepared.
It's not in character.
No, it's not. Yeah. We'll come back to that because we do need to know how it's prepared, because if it's brewed, you're most welcome to sit and make a fire. But is there any way for you to find out, Graham, rather than to take the GM away from?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just looking.
Yeah, cool. Okay, we'll start with Pete at the other end.
Yeah, actually, the note about the herbs is a great idea. M.E.R.P might well conserve her power points, so she will be doling out her Ak Budget, or whatever it's called, and so would Leif.
Okay.
So Leif will take. Let me just have a look. Where am I looking? Yeah. Leif will take 5 doses.
Okay. Wow. Give me a roll, please.
And we've got 15 each, sort of thing.
Wow. So please, cool. Please remove them.
Knocking it off.
Please remove them off the sheet. Yep. That's
5d10.
Why weren't you doing this before?
True. That's that's healed him 23 hits out of a possible 50.
Okay, so he's on 1 to 8 hits.
2, 8.
Cool.
And that was 5 doses.
Mithan?
Mithan will take 5 doses as well.
Goodness, okay.
Oh no, she's on 145 out of her
179.
79. Yeah, she'll take 4 doses. Yep.
Okay.
4d10. That's better. 29 hits.
29. She's on 174, nearly there.
Well, great. She'll leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
So Leif will give Tarquin 4 doses.
Mm-hmm.
If that's all right.
Sure thing.
Tarquin, roll the.
Chris, can I just check? So Tarquin, the maximum 48, 58, 68, the maximum Tarquin can go up by is 25. So can he take 2 and then take another 2? I don't want to game the game. How does it work?
You can take 1 at a time.
Yep.
Well, I'm just going to take 1 at a time. That would make sense, right?
So roll one at a time.
Oh, that's weird. He got 25.
1d10.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
4.
Another 1.
9. Excellent. That's 13. Can you take another one?
He can't. He's maximum hits.
Oh, is he?
Yep. He's on 59 hits.
I think his maximum is 73, isn't it?
It was 73.
Okay,
it was 73, but he kept on getting attacked by
I trust you, Chris. I trust you.
Cool.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Cool. Please mark them off the tracker sheets. Anything that Gray's doing? Any healing?
No, Demos, I think he's okay at the moment for hit points.
Cool.
He's not doing so bad, so he's just going to admire the properties of this leaf.
Excellent. It's very nice. Very nice. Pete?
Leif would like to take a spell from Mithan.
Okay. Yep. Give me a roll with 2 rounds prep.
Yep.
1 round prep.
Yeah, 1 round prep and the chanty shouty wavy. Yep. No worries. 83. So
spell went off. Yep.
3d10, and that's healing him 15 hits.
Cool. Leif, you are on 143. You're close as well.
Yeah, that's healed.
Miles better.
Thank you. Mithan, yeah, sorry, that's that's Mithian and Leif taken care of in terms of healing. Thank you.
Great. And I think Tarquin 2. Etienne, did you figure out your hopper foot?
I'll just take the other Burge, what it was called.
Okay.
What's he down?
Etienne is on 91 out of his normal 136. He's quite a bit down.
Okay, I'll take 4 and see what happens.
Okay.
He gets 27.
He's now on 118.
118. I'll take another one.
Okay.
Eight.
Plus 8. He's on 126.
So it's 10 hit points down. Okay. Actually, screw it. I'll take another one. We're nearly in the game, aren't we? Another 3. Leave
3.
it there.
1 to 2, 9. Done. Cool. What happens now? So, Pete, I have noted your interest in speed. These actions have not taken long, and your characters have not chatted a lot. So, handing out some leaves and munching some leaves takes a few seconds. There was a little bit of time for casting a spell, but you've been quite prompt. What happens now?
Quick chat. Okay, we've got to get after the TPP. Are we all ready? When we get a bit closer, I'll snapcast because it's an instantaneous spell, inspirations again, and get that going again. So let's stay together. Well, Tarquin, what are you doing? If you're going, do you
I'm
want to
going to
go?
stay with the party. I'm going to tell you, I think the cat's disappeared into the darkness, and the cat can see in the darkness. I'm not going anywhere that the cat might be.
All right. Well, where is Gray, and what's the best way to get to him?
So, as far as I'm aware, Gray is on the other side of the courtyard and was definitely mauled by the cat. So, if he has not appeared yet, he's probably dead.
Right. So, should we go down the corridor as planned, and then see if we can see any TPP? They're probably run away. They're probably gone upstairs. But let's have a look, and then perhaps you could duck into the darkness and have just a quick look and see if you could see Gray from the other side. How about that?
Yeah, I'm not going into the darkness. The cat will get me.
Whenever, have a look. Have a look.
That thing is super fast. I'll have a look.
Yeah.
It'll eat me, and I've got no protection, Tin Man. You might get clawed there. That'd kill me.
Well, you're the only one who can see, though.
It'll kill me. I think we should go kill the TPP and then go after the cat, find the Athanol, and find Gray together.
Well, we ought to have a quick look at Gray. We don't know where we know where he is. If he's down the other end, you can look. If the cat's running at you, come back out. The cat could easily just jump out of the darkness. But anyway, I mean, just poke your head in and have a look.
Okay. We'll see what we can do.
All right, should we go?
Cool. Where do you go?
Yeah.
Where do you go? What's your intention?
Down to where the TPP buggered off through the duty curtain.
Okay, cool.
So I saw where they went. I'll take the party that way.
Okay.
At pace.
At
So
pace.
we minimize our chance of getting one of these heavy things.
And sticking to the right-hand wall, assuming there's less laser action.
Cool. Speed, when you say at pace, it's 300 foot. What pace is at pace? Sprint?
Well, 2 of our characters are flying, right? Or floating or something. Flying or floating, Pete?
So four rounds. So 300 foot divided by 75 per round is 4 rounds to get down there.
There you go. So that's your slowest. That's your slowest chance.
That's what we don't have to stick with them. We could split, and the Leif and Kiros could. I hesitate to raise this, Chris. If you're moving it, if you've got 50% action, but your spell allows you to move at 75, is it the spell? You don't get half of the spell's distance, I assume, because it's a spell. It's not like you're having to move yourself. It's the spell moving you.
Yeah, I'm hand wavy. Yeah, actually, this did actually occur to me this game. Let's go with that as a rule now. We will come back to it. But yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn it, we've just lost Alex. Okay. Okay, so I hear that it'll take 40 seconds for Leif and Keros to fly down. Others, what speed are you traveling down?
Okay, so Tarquin knows how risky it is, and he's
Mhm.
going to belt it as fast as he can to minimize chance getting hit by the disco ball. Disco.
Okay. Belt it. Cool. So what does belt it mean? I need a number, please. You can do two increases in speed around 2 rounds. Thank you. Done. Great. That's great. Cool. Etienne.
He'll first round run at 140 feet.
Yep.
And then the next one he'll go up to fast.
So two
So
rounds. 2 rounds.
Yeah,
Cool.
if Tarquin's doing that as well, he'll try and keep pace with him.
Cool. Done. Mithana Demos. Same plan for you guys.
Mithan will not want to split the party too much. She will actually stick with Leif and Kiros.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Demos is happy to run with the guys, try and keep up at pace with them. He can get 65 in a round.
Okay, cool. So Demos, Etienne, and Tarquin belt off down. These 3 characters are taking it more leisurely. A bit of description as you come down. And most characters have not been down this way. I guess there are, for these 3 characters, 2 critical rolls that need to be made. For these 3 characters, there are 4 critical rolls which need to be made. You have a 1% chance. All of you have a 1% chance. Obviously, roll 1 each round, so don't combine them. Roll 1 each round. So please give me a roll, cross your fingers and toes. So two rolls for both Etienne, 2 rolls for Demos, 2 rolls for Tarquin, and 4 rolls for these other 3 characters. You have a 1% chance of something bad happening. Give me a roll. Tell me if anybody's unlucky.
Demos is
Oh,
fine.
I'm unlucky, Chris. I rolled a 91. I wanted to save that as an attack roll.
Nice. Anybody else?
Demos is all good.
Cool.
Leif and Mithan are fine.
Great. Cool. And Keros isn't here. Can someone roll for Keros, please? Big responsibility. No, I'll roll for Keros because that may. Exclamation mark R space D100. One away. One away. Oh dear. Just as well Alex isn't at home or I'll be sleeping on the couch potentially. Exclamation mark R space D100. 40. Exclamation mark R space D100.
Ah! How's this going to work?
Really not.
Oh.
On the bright side, Chris, you have a very comfy couch.
I do have a very comfy couch, Charles.
Also, doesn't she have a?
And you've still got another roll, buddy. You've still got another roll. I'm not sure outside is quite so comfy. Although I have to say,
carrying the cat.
I saw Merrin in your rabbit run, so clearly that's comfy. If you roll another one.
Doesn't she have a maneuver to see if she can dodge it?
She does.
It's not an assured hit, is it?
Yes, it's not. It's not. And I'll just do the last one.
It might get deflected off the cat's collar.
Could too.
If she's carrying the cat.
I can't believe I just rolled a 1. You're right, Pete. I'm trying to remember what it was.
I'm sure it was a routine.
I'm sure it was a routine. It wasn't. It wasn't too. And these are bouncing relatively slowly. I'm going to say
actually, I can check because I can go back and see what the maneuvers were, if you want.
Yeah, if you got them.
The XP sheet.
Yeah, if you got
them. It'll take me just a moment to notice. The 3 guys are on the moon. which episode was it? It's when we made it in the side. See, it attacks 1 on Etienne. Etienne casts Repelled Demon, not successful demon attacks. Right, it's that one episode.
I will say, if Keros
166.
if Keros makes it back in by the time you're still looking that up, I am going to ask her to roll that again.
So, sorry.
No, it's all right.
It's
I was just
It's
musing
really
on.
hard to find.
Yeah.
Keep looking, Pete. I think it might take a couple of hours.
No. I take
I
take
don't know if I've actually taught you through Etienne's statistics. Actually, do
um,
you know the strength of
no, I take that back. The number has to stand.
I think a medium. I think, or well, in that session. No, that's not the right section. No, sorry.
She was flying low.
Yes.
So she was flying low. That was her tactic in a previous session. I do remember that. And yes, I am trying to be helpful because I'd like players to get to the end of the game. I'm going to change it from a medium to a light.
Yep.
I guess I have to roll this, don't I? Because I rolled it.
What does it mean, Chris? Tell us. Build up the excitement. What do you need to roll over?
And there was there an RR that went with it too? I don't think there was there?
It definitely is a resistance roll.
No.
Yeah, no, there was.
Was there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
no, maybe it was an avoidance
Yes, there is.
maneuver.
Yes.
You did something. Yeah.
No, there were two. There was an RR, and there was a. Fuck it. Where did I put those notes? Yep, got it. Okay, cool. Yep. All right. Plus what for her agility? She's not that agile, I don't think. Agility or quickness? Let me have a look. Yep. And Alex hasn't messaged back by the looks of it.
No, I can't see anything. Just restarting laptop.
Yeah, that's the right one. Plus 23.
Why don't you just knock me down like 1 constitution point so we can get on with the game, Chris? I want to know what happens.
Yeah.
I think that seems fair.
Plus 23. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Plus 23 to a roll. It's a light maneuver. No pressure. No pressure here. Exclamation mark.
What needs
space,
to be rolled, Chris? Tell us what needs to be rolled.
She needs to roll a light maneuver.
What does that mean?
It means that she needs to roll well. Here we go. Putting into the chat now.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. 85.
Plus 23. She might be in the clear. Is she lucky or not? 108. If it was an easy maneuver, definitely. 100%. She dodged it. Fuck.
That's what we go through every time.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's not nice when you. It's not particularly nice when. Anyway. So, Keros was flying low. One of these things, one of these beams bounced, and it mercifully missed her. She just ducked to one side thanks to her agility. Had she rolled low on that, like you, Leif, she would have been feeling utterly awful, and she would have been probably at negative 100, probably. Some descriptions. As you come down this corridor, you really haven't been not paying too much attention to this, but there are these faded, ripped paintings, gilded frames down here with kind of rotting canvases coming out of them. Down here, there is another large set of double doors. You come finally to here. Now, it's the first time, at least for, and I'll move all the characters down doing this. Oops. As you run past, by the way, you glancing across, and you can see on the other side just this pitch blackness over there of Tarquin's dark spell. What's it called? Dark, whatever it is. Still in full effect. As you come down here, this mosaic, and you've kind of glanced at it a couple of times, but you get at least 6 good looks at it this time. Hundreds of thousands of gems seem to make up this mosaic in the center of the courtyard. You can see there the remains, the vegetation coming up through the cracks. Would have been quite beautiful once. The other thing you notice as you come through, you can see broken kind of flagstones there. There's this large black stone that you see here. It's set in some kind of pedestal. You don't pay it obviously too much mind because you're belting down this corridor. You come to here, and several things pique your attention. The first is a wall has come down. So part of the ceiling and part of the wall has come down. You can peer into, you get a glance into a room in here. Down this corridor is exactly what you can see there. Just down, and it turns a corner, and assumably down the other side of the courtyard. That dotted line is the beginning of the, what do you call it? This structure. If you imagine the building looks something like that, and the beginning of this large dome is probably the best description. You've seen what the building looks like from outside. That's a side view of it, obviously. A little bit more information there. And yeah, you've noticed this. You're basically in this area of this dome. That's what you kind of made out. Glancing in here, interesting. Well, sorry, you get to here, and what do your characters do at this point?
Yeah, so I'm going to ask the party, shall I cancel the darkness? E.T., and if I do, could you go and have a look for Grey?
You can do that, can you?
Takes
I can just cancel it. I don't know how long it takes.
Takes a round to cancel. You are still standing. You are running in the corridor at the moment. So I guess what I'm interested to know is,
the first thing we need to do is get out of the corridor. We want to get into the room, Chris, so we get away from this thing. I mean, I think that's pretty clear from our description.
Okay. So all in here, right?
Oh, just stop at the gap. There's no lasers coming out here, is there?
Not there, no.
No. So yeah, well, actually, someone else can perceive through the gap.
I'm happy to do a perception roll.
Sorry, I take that back. There is the very slight chance of one bouncing around and hitting you. So yes, you could possibly be under threat, but it's highly unlikely.
Let's just get into the room. I think Tarquin would get into the room. He's seen, he would say they've gone up, they've gone through the curtain. Their room is empty. He knows that.
Okay. So Tarquin, you go inside?
Yep.
Anybody else?
Well, if he doesn't get an arrow through his head, then yeah, Etienne will go in.
Cool.
That's what I love about Etienne. The camaraderie.
So no arrows, although could have well happened. You come into this room, and some descriptions for you. Will be in a minute. You find yourselves in an elaborate cathedral. You see down here, plush, mouldering, rotting, obviously, couches line a central aisle. and there is the remains of a mouldering red carpet. You can just make out the black there where this carpet goes up to an altar. An idol of a man/bull straddles the altar, and you can see it, whatever you want to call it, there in front of you. It looks like that. There are also what appear to be small booths down the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with rotting curtains here, 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 and here. This one has apparently collapsed. On this side here is I haven't raised it, but there is a slight platform. It'll be a step up, basically. And there's a few sheets of mouldering parchment up there, a couple of broken instruments, a lute, and a flute, which has been kind of snapped in half. And then down here, there is another rotting mouldering curtain. As you came through here, a quick glance into this room. What can you see? You noticed, as you came in, glancing to one side, checking for enemies, etc., etc., a couple of massive thrones, kind of dull greyish, I believe, thrones sitting there, and then just rocks and things like that, and a couple of what appear to be tables or benches, something here. And the GM just needs to make one alteration of the map. What do you do, please? Have actually a chance for you guys to have a chat.
And Alex is back.
Hooray! That's great news.
I think.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So, we're down in the end room now, Alex. We ran down the corridor. There was a well, Alex flew. Well, Keros flew.
And the GM. Yeah, where you go, Pete.
Oh, there was a 1% chance you got hit by one of those laser beams that's shooting from the sky and ricocheting, and GM rolled for you on the third roll. The second roll was a 2. The third roll was a 1.
Oh, huzzah!
So not good, but luckily Keros managed to dodge because she was doing low flying and she was being careful. So, a very near, a very.
You also rolled an 85 to get out of the way.
Yeah.
But
Amazing, thank you.
a little bit more. Yeah, I just needed to change my map a little bit. So back to the map. There you are in this rotting, horrendous. Quite lofty cathedral, big ceiling above you, about 35 foot. Oh, the other thing to notice, at the far end, down here, you can see it on the ground, is a hole in the roof. So that there is not on the ground, it's directly above you, about 35, 40 foot directly up. What do you do?
I think Tarquin would cancel darkness and suggest Eddie and go get Grey. Who else? Did anyone else have a weapon that did it damage? It was Carius, wasn't it? Can they both go? So if it comes, there's 2 of them attacking it?
Well, if it's Grey's down, 2 of us will be good, right?
Yeah.
Demos would go.
Thanks, Demos. All right, cancel the spell then.
Okay, I've done that. I'm going to cancel darkness, Chris.
Done.
Okay, right. Etienne will duck back out then, go to the right with his sword, holy sword drawn.
Cool. And Demos to follow. One other thing. There's a body on the ground. This person here, they look like this.
Oh.
Hang on.
And Tarquin would say that's not one of the 2 TPP I hit. And it's not the mage I killed.
Can we kind of see how he died? Does it look like he's been eaten by a tiger, or?
His throat, yeah, pretty obvious. His throat's been ripped out.
Oh, yeah.
Etienne will just say to the others, do you want to check his body while we do this?
Okay.
Leif will do that.
Okay, so Demos and Etienne are heading down this corridor. Others?
Leif will go and check the dead person. Oh, sorry. You go, John.
I was just going to say, Tarquin will have a look around the room to see if there's anything obvious of value or use.
Okay, sure thing. Others? Mithan, Leif, and Keros, what are you doing?
Mithan would encourage everyone to use their inside voices, so to be quiet, because if we can at all not alert TPP to our presence, and would suggest that if she sees Tarquin wanting to go around the room, perhaps steer clear of the hole in the roof. Perhaps they can be looking down. I mean, she's not usually a bossy person, but she's thinking that way. Mithan would like to do perception rolls, hard out perception rolls. Leif will go and check the dead body.
Okay, cool. You have, by the way, sprinted, 4 of you, absolutely sprinted down at top speed. And one of them wearing plate armor. So in terms of not making noise, there's that. Tarquin, you're having a look around the room. Keros, what are you doing, please? If any.
She'll do a perception.
Okay, great. Where are you heading, Tarquin? I did put a little.
So I think with Mithan, the sensible thing for him to do, and he's seen this, will be to go. If you could rotate the camera around slightly to the right. Yeah. So essentially, we want to go down to the pews, and with Mithan both perceiving, what we want to do is look for objects of interest. I don't know, like a magical sword, or I don't know, the keys to a car or something. And we also want to go and have a look. There's a big statue. Did you talk about the statue, Chris?
I did. I described the statue. That.
So I think we wouldn't want to go on to the last time we went onto a pedestal, we got Zapparoo, didn't we? So we probably want to avoid going onto a pedestal, but have a look around. I don't think I'd really want to walk along that big black floor either. But so we're looking for objects of interest,
Okay, and Keros and Leif?
Can I just double check? Did we get a full description of the room? Because I'm expecting there to be an exit of some description.
Yeah, through the dirty curtain or the old curtain, there's an exit.
So a bit more information. Okay. There's these curtains here. There's what appears to be a window covered up by a curtain here. One of these curtains has fallen down in these little rooms, and it's a very small little room. There's another what appears to be a window with a curtain here. There is the doorway that you are in, and then there is a curtain there.
Okay, and so Tarquin would tell the team it's that last curtain he thinks the TPP went through. So he thinks he observed the TPP going through this last curtain. So I think what we want to do is circumnavigate the room and look in all of the other little alcoves except for that one. And you definitely want to take Mithan with him, absolutely, and there's somebody else if they're keen to come.
Keros, you're currently standing there while Leif goes out by himself to check the body. You doing anything?
Yeah, perception on me, sorry.
Yes.
Perception, please.
Okay, cool.
Mithan would actually, I don't know that Mithan's keen on going around the room because that curtain is where they could come from. They could come and spring on us at any moment. So we don't know where they are behind that curtain. So that makes Mithan really, really nervous. So
Pete, do you think Tarquin and Mithan should have a little chat and go close to each one, perceive, swords out, ready to attack just in case? I think they've gone up through the curtain to our right. I mean, there could be other baddies in the other rooms, but
we don't know we don't know does Tarquin know what's behind that curtain?
So you see the curtain you can see in the picture now?
Yeah.
That's the curtain that he saw one of the TPP exit through. So I think that's the curtain the other TPP have exited through. So the curtains that we cannot see to the alcoves on the other side of the room. Thank you, Chris. I don't think these will hide TPP, which doesn't mean they haven't got shriekers or some other nasties in them.
But how do we know that the TPP aren't just beyond that curtain watching us right now?
Well, we don't, but if that is the case and the cat came 3/4 of the way out the cat corridor to eat us, I mean, why would have then gone back down the corridor to come and get us? Surely it would have kept going after the TPP. So it's possible, but just not logical.
I think it did it. I don't know, but I'm very nervous of that curtain, and I don't want to. I think. Sorry, my recommendation is that Keros and Leif would go and wait back into the throne room, or up the corridor.
This is
Go into the corridor every round.
This is happening in real time, by the way. So you're aware.
Well, I think we should just go, right? But
okay.
If you don't want to go and want to guard the curtain, fine. Tarquin.
No. I'm happy for Mathan to go with Tarquin, but Leif intends to wait in the corridor, not in this room. Once he's finished checking that body.
Okay.
And Chris, importantly, I think Tarquin will listen and take Mathan's advice. So we'll both want to perceive damn hard around these curtains for anything that feels like angsty pants.
Cool. So
I could stick an arrow through each curtain before we go in, if you like, Pete.
So, Keros, what are you doing? You're perceiving, I think you said. You're staying here and perceiving. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right. So, Leif, you're out by yourself in the corridor. These two head down here. And how do we want to do this?
Actually, can I change that? Leif's not comfortable being alone in the corridor and leaving Keros alone. He'd just stick with Keros.
Okay, so he leaves the body.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Demos and Etienne, some information as your description of what your two characters do, please. Demos, Etienne.
Yep, heading down the corridor.
And then once you get to the end?
Well, I've never been here before. What's at the end?
Too late now. You're away from your companion. So what do? Do you have a look around the corner, I guess is the question.
Ah, yes. So stopping short of the wall, a quick glance around the corner and glance back.
Okay, cool. Some information coming into both your and Demos's chat in a second. One tick, because we're not going to take you out of the. Not going to split the party right now. Here we go. We'll go to there. Cool. This will take 1 second. And Etienne, you're looking around the corner, is that right? First off, or Demos? Who looks around the corner, I guess, is the question.
Maybe Demos, because he can move a bit faster.
Okay. So some information coming into both, firstly, Demos's chat, and then presumably he whispers information to Etienne.
Okay, so he would probably.
I've given just to let you know. I've told both characters.
Okay.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
All right.
Etienne and Demos. Demos has seen it and has passed it on to Etienne.
Okay.
Okay. We'll be quiet.
Yes.
Okay. What do you do?
Okay.
I think we're going to have to slink back quietly.
I think we have to do that. Yeah.
Because neither of us have any kind of magic.
Well, I can attack it, but I'd be on my own. I suggest we just get the rest of it, or get the rest of them.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to slink back.
Cool. Clink, 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 clink. Done. Whilst doing that, Keros, can you give me... You're making a perception roll. Can you give me a perception roll, please, at -50?
Yeah, and I've got my brother from another mother with me.
Yep.
And he's actually suggested that they both fly up as high as possible if we're just sort of waiting
Okay.
Hmm?
Yep.
83.
83. It is masked, of course.
Oh, boo. I forgot that I haven't played in so long. General perception plus 35.
Plus 35, minus 50. Keros, you're having a good look around. This place could really, really, really do with the dust. That's your thoughts.
Yeah.
Lots of spider webs. The housekeeping here is just appalling. Look, there's fungus and mold everywhere. There's creepers coming in through cracks in the walls, mouldering and hideous and foul. You hate the city. Other than that, you don't see or detect anything else. Leif, anything for you while you wait?
He may as well do a perception as well.
Sure, give me a roll.
Yep, that's all right. The flying negative 50 gang.
Yes, that's right.
70. He rolled 72.
72. Cool. Okay, and his bonus, please.
Plus 68.
Cool. All right. Very good. Same as you, Leif. You don't see anything. Now, how long have you both been flying for? Keros definitely cast the fly spell back in that room, and there was about 4 or 5 rounds of combat, so about a minute. So maybe about a minute and a half has gone from Keros' spell. Leif is a bit long. No, about the same, right?
Yeah, and
about the same. Yes.
Yep. But Leif's is 1 minute per level, so
Okay.
he's got 10 minutes to fly.
Okay.
And I believe that, just to be sorry, I think it was. If you don't mind me looking up, I'll just double check what Lofty Bridge is. I think it is 10 minutes per level.
For Keros?
Or is it 1 minute per level?
Or Keros, maybe can you tell us?
Yeah, okay.
But it hasn't been long, has it? Yeah.
It hasn't, and I've picked up the emphasis that you're wanting to move, so I've noted that.
The other thing, if Leif's got a little bit of action, he might say to Keros, how about if she was to prepare for a good number of rounds, and she could cast invisibility on him, and he could go and scout in the hole in the ceiling as he's flying already. He would, have we talked with her about perhaps doing that if she felt like risking an invisibility spell on him?
Sure, I can do the prep, and I've got plus 10 from Etienne, hopefully. So fly 1.
Yep.
Is a level 5 spell. It's 1 minute per. Sorry.
1 minute per level?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
A minute per level.
Okay.
And minute per level.
Cool. Okay, great. Okay, and at the same time as Etienne and Demos were doing other things, what are these two characters do, please? Going throughout the room and going where?
Well, so as discussed, Chris, we'll go along the wall and then into each of these rooms. We're going to look for anything that suggests it looks like danger, and then we want to look into each room. And if there's stuff in the room, we want to look for, large sacks of gold, car keys.
Nice.
Magical weapons.
Nice.
Give me a magical machine gun.
Got it. Give me a roll each, please.
$47.
47. Yep.
And
What's
16.
Is this a perception roll, Chris?
Perception roll, yes, plus 105, I think.
Yeah.
And Mithan?
Mithan rolled, what did I just say? 16. She's plus 88 and she's minus 12.
Thank you. Cool. All right.
Plus 10.
Plus 10, although that will be running out soonish, right?
Yes.
So you're taking it systematically. Armed with what, please, both?
As we look at curtains, Mithan's got her broadsword. She's switched back to the Filer's Bane.
Filer's Bane?
Short sword in dominant hand, magical dagger in non-dominant hand.
Done. Does she have a shield?
Sword and shield.
Shield and shield.
No.
No, I was asking Pete. Okay.
No, Mithan, sword, yes, sword and shield, sorry.
Cool. Yeah. So you tear down the first of these, I won't remove them all, but you tear down the first of these curtains, and it's a tiny little cell. It's got a 2 stone seats either side, facing each other. So set, not depicted, but set here and here. Just 2 basically blank pieces of stone where where people might seat themselves. You continue. There's nothing else in there other than dirt and dust and muck. The same for the next. Curtain is here. I don't know if you touch that or otherwise. It seems to be.
I don't think we want to touch that, do we, Pete?
As an escape route.
Okay, so we could pull it aside, but if we do, I know Tark's going to be like basically ready to pounce out of the way.
Okay.
And he's got an instantaneous spell that provides him with +50 to his pouncing out of the way.
Well, before we touch it, what's on the other side of the curtain? Is it completely covering, or can we see that there's gaps of light, or there's wood, or
gaps? Yeah, there's holes in it. You can see the hole. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So just appear through. Don't touch the curtain. Just look to have a quick guess of what's out there.
It's outside, and that's what you see.
Cool. And I assume we're 10 foot off the ground or whatever.
Yes. Between 7 to 10 foot off the ground. Yes.
Can people get through this window?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, quite easy.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Yep.
Excellent work, Pete.
Yep. Yeah. But we haven't touched the curtain. We haven't ripped it down. Yeah.
No, correct. So I have removed the curtain, but it's there. Cool. And you go down. All three of these are the same. Nothing of interest in there. I mean, you're looking, you're scouring, you're flicking over stones, etc., with your swords, cautiously. Nothing in there. You come down here. So none of those, what are they? 5 cells have anything.
Where was the magic machine gun? Come on.
Or conveniently divided TPP people, cowering one in each.
That's exactly right. Just like this, waiting to be stabbed.
Right about now, Etienne and Demos, the Funk Soul brother, check it out now, arrive back into the room.
We want to bob back, don't we?
We do, but not over the
not over the black nasty thing, and not over
the rug.
Do we want to go around the edge? Do we want to go around the back of it?
Yeah.
No.
It's quicker. It's quicker.
Well, we've got these other two. Let's check the other cells out as we go. Let's go around, check the other cells, and then go around the back.
You have.
We're done. Yep.
You have checked.
Pretty quick. So let's check them all out.
You have.
Yep.
Okay. Then we'll go back and join them.
Okay.
Yep. Don't want to go under the hole though.
Well, do you want to look up the hole, Pete? Because you're flying. And if you're gonna do that, I'll get an arrow on the string and get ready to shoot someone if it looks nasty. Let's go back and join them.
Yep, I was happy for Kiros to make the decision if she was felt like casting invisibility on Leif.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, happy to do that.
So, just whilst this other exploring. No, well, I'm saying in interest of time, whilst that other exploring was happening, all Kiros and Leif were doing was hanging out in the air. So he's got a few rounds in which he could have been prepped and cast, and he could have gone up and come back. I don't know, but
Yep.
If Kiros has got the power points and is happy to.
I think. Hang on. I think realistically, by the time it would have taken Demos and Etienne to walk the short distance down there.
Mm-hmm. No. Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably being a bit generous to actually say you've checked all of these rooms. Well, I've said you have, but probably you would have got to about there by the time that Etienne and Demos came back. So, in terms of the prep, you've definitely prepped. You probably haven't flown yet or cast the spell by the time that Etienne and Demos get back.
That's cool. We can just have a quick talk about if we want the invisibleness scout for. And Leif might not be the right person. He's at -50, but he's already flying. Was my thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But not only can he look at the hole, he could go through the curtain if he's invisible, couldn't he? And look to see where the TPP are because he's invisible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's have a discussion with the other people who've come back and just check on them and put it to them.
So Etienne is with his hands is just gesticulating quietness. As you get a bit closer, he by the way, we're not putting our backs to that. He's keeping his sword drawn and he's not turning his back on the entranceway. And he whispers, "The cat is still here, and it looks like it's feasting on Grey. I'm sorry to say."
I can't think of any omniscient god who might think that was a good part of the storyline.
There are plenty of other bodies around, right?
I'm not here. I'm not here. I don't exist.
I think that would back up my theory, right? So we've got a choice. We either that we can try and block it out from us, or Etienne can go back and attempt to repel it. Could go wrong though, or we just keep going.
Can we cast an ice wall over this entryway? Because that clearly took a number of rounds for the cat to get through for the other people. And Tarquin knows it was an ice wall.
Looks quite wide to me.
How wide is it, Chris?
1 sec. Oops, just 1 second. There we go. The width between those two doors is, or that gap is 31 foot. 31 foot high. Sorry, 31 foot wide and something like 30 foot high.
Does that work, Alex? Well, where's Alex?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Are you able to cast an ice wall that big?
Yes. Well, I think it's 10 by, from memory, ice baby. Yeah, 10 by 10 and 2 at the base.
So
And 1 at the top.
now, sorry, did we see? I'm in here.
We are on real time, by the way, in terms of game time.
Yeah.
So be aware of
So
that.
the other thing I would ask is, could we go through the curtain and cast an ice wall across where the curtain is, and then go after the TPP? So how wide is that, Chris? So it's much shorter, right?
That's 23 foot.
So is that what, 2 ice walls?
Well, how big is the cat? I mean, it's not gonna. Is it gonna fit through that? Look, Chris, would we envisage that? Could the cat go through that entranceway there?
Which one?
The one with the cloth over it.
Could it go
Is that
through it? Yeah.
Oh, is it wide? I don't know how big the cat is, right? It can get through that.
Cat's kind of pony size. Yep.
Right. Okay.
So Etienne's anxious to go. I'd suggest that we go through the curtain, up, and chase the TPP, and we get Karius to cast 2 ice walls covering most of that, which will definitely slow the cat down. It'll have it 3 feet. There's no way it'll fit through that. And
Two. Obviously, that means we're walling ourselves in with the TPP.
correct. Yep. But then we only have attack from one side.
I guess Karius can. Well, if the cat won't get through a 2 foot gap, was it, Chris?
Oh, is that your question? No, but ice walls. If you stick 2 of them together, are they stronger than one of them by itself? Don't know.
We'd put them side by side to cover the whole distance.
That's a lot of PowerPoints. I could try and turn it.
Okay, I think we should go. I think we should get up these stairs and get the TPP. The clock is ticking. I don't want them to run away.
Go anyway. As far as we're aware. Have you looked through the cloth yet? And are we doing the invisibility thing?
Yeah, I think we should make someone invisible who looks through the cloth, and then we should go. But I think we should go like fast. The cat will come if we don't. If we just stand around talking, we'll get eaten. And I think we need to get after the TPP. So I think movement is of the essence.
I'm at -50, so we'll need to prep.
You've prepped. You've definitely prepped. You're fully prepped.
Oh, I have? Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Do we want an invisible person through to scout first? Is that what we're saying?
I think so, yeah. And I would move the curtain first and let it fall and then go through.
Yep. Do we want Tarquin to go because he's got a better stalk skill?
Yeah.
I'm
Is it
happy
okay?
to be invisible.
Okay, I think.
Okay, you want me to cast?
Give me a roll.
And I'm quietly waving everything
But not shouting.
and
So you don't
not
get.
shouting.
So you don't get a bonus because you can't wave because you need 2 hands.
Can I wave and can't? What about my shoulder? I can wiggle
We've had this debate. No.
like a little shimmy. What about a little shimmy?
You can shimmy as much as you wish, Kyros.
I'm shimmying right now. And do I get my +10 from Etienne for being a brave girl?
No, the +10 is now worn off, definitely. As far as I know. Give me a roll.
37.
30.
I think Etienne should do his things first then.
Too late. 37 plus. What's her base spells, please?
Base spells. So I haven't played in a year is.
+10.
Where is it?
It's +10 because it's your level,
Okay.
I think.
Oh, yeah, it is too.
Mm-hmm.
How quickly we forget.
Yep.
Aren't I 11 now? Aren't I 11 levels?
We haven't put your character up a level. Negative 50. That is a spell failure.
Plus 20 for prep.
Plus 20 for prep. Yeah, thanks, Pete, for coaching the witness. But yes, the spell does go off. Yep. Better if people remember themselves, Pete, but thank you.
But I did say. Okay.
Spell
I did
goes.
say I'd need to prep, and then you said I was prepped.
Sure. Okay, spell goes off. Done. GM is just going to take a quick break. Back in sync.
So,
Sorry about
so
that.
when he comes back, I'm going to pick up a handful of dust. Is the dust visible or invisible if I pick it up?
Visible.
Okay, and so what I'm going to do is go through the curtain, and if I can see no TPP on the stairs, I presume this goes up, I'm going to throw the dust so you know there's no TPP.
Aye.
And if you see lots of blood coming back through and maybe a head without a body,
Well,
there's TPP and visibility doesn't work.
I suggest the rest of us move either side of the curtain, right?
Yeah.
Not meaning to game it either. The description of a ice wall is based on the description of a wood wall, which is it must rest on solid surface that can be burned through, or chopped through, or toppled if one end is not against a wall.
All right.
That's okay. We can cast one against each end of the walls, can't we? We're just going to leave a gap smaller than a cat's head.
And so that's what I've always wondered about the spell. Does it mean it gets toppled if both ends aren't against the wall, or it only needs one end against the wall to be stable?
Well, it said if an end, doesn't it? That's the singular.
If not against the wall.
Wait a minute. We don't know what's through this curtain yet. There might be a stairwell that's narrower, right? We don't. So let's not worry about it just yet. Let's see what's on the outside of that curtain.
Good point. Behind the dirty, I like the description. Behind the dirty curtain. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear about Gray. Sorry,
Yeah.
Aidan.
It's getting grimmer and grimmer by the second.
Yeah, I know, right? Poor old Gray.
I want to know where Neathel is. That's what I'm like. There are all these rooms down by the end of the kitchen, and
He might be about. Who knows?
Poor Keros.
Poor
we
Keros.
need to kill the TPP. Then we need to.
Yeah,
I
true.
We need Victory to do something to this cat.
Yes.
Needs to schmooze it.
How is that's a really good question. How is Kyros feeling with that news?
Thank you for asking, GM.
Because
not
none of your not that I'm here, but none of your friends asked.
Well, she is thinking, should she? I mean, is she better off being dead? Like, what is the point? What is the point of it all? She was dead, and now she's not, and now, this is existential crisis.
No. I don't have any Talaprab on me. No, we're not going there.
I think we're past that.
Leif would comfort Keros and would think and would say that, I think, not mean to speak, put words in Gray's mouth, but I think he would want us to continue. We've got purpose.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What happens?
Okay, Tarquin would suggest that we form up either side of the curtain. He would get down low, and he's invisible, right? So we'd move the curtain as little as possible, look through, and then move through. He's got a handful of dust in his hand, so he'd expect everyone else to be at either side. And he's told the party, who can obviously hear him, that if he throws dust back through, it's because he cannot see anyone there, so it looks safe. And obviously, if they see blood and or a head, he's in big trouble.
Where are people standing? Do people particularly care where they stand?
Etienne's to the left of the opening with his sword drawn. To the left of the opening, with his sword drawn.
Yep. Demos?
Demos would like to be to the right with Jamie pointed, ready for some stabbies.
Yep. Leif?
Leif will be next to Etienne with his sword and shield.
Cool.
Sorry, in line. Something coming. Yep. That's it. Thank you.
Keros? Methon?
Is she still flying?
Yep. I'd say for both of you, I'm being quite generous with this, but you got about 6 minutes left of flight. I think that's about fair. Keros?
Or should be hovering and holding her tears and her sobs in?
Where?
Coming. Well, just up. She'll have a clean shot because she's in the air.
Yeah, nice thinking.
Okay.
Okay.
She's sobbing violently.
Oh.
Quietly but violently.
Quietly, violently. Okay.
Like I do at work. Yeah.
Oh.
Don't say that.
That's awful.
You wish you could cast ice bolts at work.
And Mithon?
Next to Demos, please.
Okay.
With sword and shield.
Done. Okay. Tarquin.
Okay, so Chris, can I ask a question? And mostly because I love using stuff I've never used before. So Tarquin has an instantaneous spell called Body Control, which adds 50 to any one maneuver involving balance or contractions.
Yep.
I have no idea what contractions are or balance. So, but basically what Tarquin wants to do is, you can see on the bottom right, the carpet is mostly worn away. He wants to look through that. Then he wants to move that as little as possible. He wants to see if he can see bad dudes, and if he can't see bad dudes, he wants to move it and move through. But he'd be ready to cast this instantaneous spell to kind of get out of the way using contractions, maybe, just because I've never used the spell and it's fun to use something you haven't used before. But, if violence en masse is beyond this curtain, and if the spell is totally useless, that's fine. He'll do the same thing.
Yeah,
without
can you read the description again, please?
It literally says adds 50 to
Yep.
any one maneuver involving balance or contractions.
Contractions. Contortions
I
or
contractions?
contractions? What's the spell list that it's on?
It's on phantom movements.
Phantom movements. Weird.
And
Contractions.
it says, in brackets, it says see secondary skills, whatever that means.
Yeah. Balance is pretty easy, right? That's pretty self-explanatory. Contractions? I would say that's some form of contortions. Don't you think?
Well, what he's going to want to do is, if he gets attacked, he wants to take evasive maneuvers.
Sure.
So if the spell helps him to take evasive maneuvers, he'll cast it. It's instantaneous.
Sure.
And take evasive maneuvers if you're happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, always keen to try something new and fun. I don't think that's the purpose of the spell. I'm sorry. So it wouldn't help him. It would help him wiggle through a small space, but not here. Okay, sure. So he peers through and does tell me what he does.
Well, he looks through. He uses perception. He wants to see if he can see anyone in what he sees.
Cool. I'm going to do a reveal for.
Then he's going to move through if he doesn't sort of see something. So.
Yep. Let me think. Sorry. Yeah. This is what Tarquin sees, and he probably shares this. Glancing through, and goodness, there's enough holes in this thing. Probably most of you can even see through it. Frankly. There is a flight of stairs that go up. At this stage, you can't see anything further of them, and there is a large archway into this other room here.
Tarquin will throw the dirt to let people can't see anything, and then he'll whisper very quietly, I'm going to do a recce. He's going to use his stalk and hide skill to look in the room to the right, just to make sure they're empty. And if they are, he'll come back and tell people and suggest we move quietly up the stairs. But he's happy to go up the stairs first if people think he should go and do a recce upstairs.
Okay, so he's moving through into this room, into here. Giles? You're on mute, Giles.
Sorry. Yes. He's going to move through and into that room.
Okay.
So he'll crouch down low, go through, doesn't want to disturb the curtain. I mean, who knows who can see it. Yeah. Okay. And then he's going to look right. So he's going to use a stalk and hide to go look right to see if he can see anyone.
Cool. So he is going to disturb the curtain a little bit.
Yeah.
He goes through. Yep. So he comes through. The rest of this these stairs go back to the. Hang on, the rest of these stairs, by the way, go back to the wall. There's not that gap there. Peering inside the room, this room here, he sees the following. The room is empty. Oh, can you give me a stalk roll, please? And this is unmasked. You know if you've stepped on something.
60, and his stalk and roll is 71.
60 plus 71. You're reasonably quiet. There's grime and filth and bits of rot and all kinds of stuff in here. You know, your boots crunch a little bit. You make some noise, not a lot of noise. You're pretty quiet. You come in, Tarquin, and peering inside this room, and I will give you a bit of a description here. Oops. First thing is that it is empty. That's probably the first thing that you want to know. Description. Down the far end, it's hard to see in the kind of the dim light, and there's two windows here. One has a curtain on it. The curtain has fallen away here. Down the far end is a set of large copper doors. In the room itself, 9 meeting tables and benches fill the room, each of a polished sheer quartz. A map here, a very large map here, with various markers on it, covers a large area on the floor. The eastern end, the end of this room, is dominated by a black onyx platform upon which rest 2 majestic thrones of granite. Just a second. One second. It's not very helpful. Oh yeah, here we go. I would like you, please, to roll a roll. Thank you. And
You're going to give me any indication? Up, down, high, low, what?
1d100, okay. Thanks, and I will.
59.
59, cool. Just coming. Interesting. What is your essence, please?
Ooh, now that's a question you don't ask me often. Where will I find that, Chris?
Under your resistance rolls.
It's plus 17.
Cool. Okay. And you are what level, please?
10.
Take that back. Coming in here, you notice, correct myself, these are made of bright green stone. Can you make an intelligence check for me, please?
How do I do that, Chris? Is it just a roll?
Yep. One D100 will make this mast. It's a reasoning check.
Oh, the reasoning, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 46.
It's mast. Okay. And what is
He's
your...
plus 25 for reasoning. Booyah! Young boy reasoning. Love it.
Smart lad.
I was going to say that doesn't seem right for a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
No apologies to the 20-year-olds out there. I mean, no. Well, that's a Freudian slip. No insult.
Some information coming into your chat, actually, having deduced some stuff. Tarquin, I'm just going to put it on that so people can't see what I'm typing into your chat. In your chat now, Tarquin.
Interesting.
Okay. Anything else in the room? That's it that you can see. You can also see large double doors there and the crumbling wall that you saw over here.
So I am going to go back and talk to my colleagues, but before I do that, can I do like a 100% perception roll to make sure that there's nothing else in this room that I can see?
Sure, give me a roll.
It's 83.
It is must.
Yep, 105. Oh, and do I still have the 10 for inspirations?
I think... How long
is gone, is it?
I think it is gone. Yeah, I think it's well gone. Correct me if I'm horribly wrong, Etienne, but I'm pretty sure that's done and dusted. Sorry, it's what?
He's going to cast it again in a minute.
Okay, but it's
Just
not on now. You can't see anything, Tarquin.
Fine. So Tarquin's going to go back out through the curtain, and he's going to say to the team, I've been through the curtain, no one's here. There's steps leading upstairs. There's a large room to the right. I feel uneasy. It has a large, solid emerald stone in it with... He's going to describe the room, right? And then he's going to suggest that the team come through the curtain and that we go up the stairs to keep exploring for the TPP and ask for other people's thoughts.
We'll keep it absolutely quiet, and Etienne will nod if you want to go on, but before he does, if you're going up the stairs, he will cast inspirations on everybody.
Okay, give me a roll, please.
To transcend. 89.
That's a success.
88.
88. Spell goes off. How long does the spell last?
So there's 2 rounds for every level, so it's 18 rounds. So let's get going.
Okay, so I'm going to move post-haste then. I'm going to suggest people sneak through. I'm going to stalk and hide up the stairs, Chris, but I'm going to go up and look around.
Great. So Tarquin's doing that. Others, please, and how long do you give Tarquin, or do you go straight after him?
I think we'll go into the room so we can hear what's going on.
Okay. So can I have a stalk from Etienne? Can I have a stalk from...
Actually, I won't be stalking. Etienne will stay where he is.
Everyone can just come into the room, right? I've told them no one's in there, so I've asked everyone to come through the curtain and get
the steps. We don't know what's up the steps.
Right. Oh yes, no, good point. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
So Tarquin,
Etienne will stay where he is.
You've gone in. Anybody else doing anything? Demos.
Leif will
Methane.
prep and cast a Phantasm.
Okay. Okay.
Hang on. Does he want to do that now?
Good idea.
Yeah, just thinking. Yeah, okay, he'll do that. So he'll prep 4 rounds, please. If I assume this is going to take whilst Tarquin's exploring, he will do that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be the time that Tarquin's explored. So that's you and Keros are now down to 5 minutes flying.
Okay.
Yep.
Keros will prep 4 rounds if possible.
Yeah, sure thing.
Cool. So this is cool. Yep. That's a 51 for Leif's spell.
51 minus 50 plus 20. The spell goes off.
Yep. Cool. Thank you. He will make it a. What did he do last time? A slightly different, or an altered Severin.
Okay.
Slightly bigger, larger than life Severin sort of thing.
All right. Cool. I really probably need to know. Tarquin, what are you doing, please? What of this is happening?
So obviously Tarquin's going to go up the stairs, stalk and hide the whole way.
Okay.
He's going to have his arrow, as bow and arrow. He's short.
Cool. Give me a roll, please. This is a stalk roll.
Sorry. He's going to have his what is it? Short bow out with an arrow on the string just in case. 67.
67, sure.
71 for stalk and hide.
Okay. All right. Tarquin, and give me a perception roll too, please.
$32.
Master, of course.
105.
Thank you.
Oh, plus 10. Thanks.
Yep, plus
Again.
10, plus 105. Okay. Some information again coming into Tarquin's chat.
Sydney is hot.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly say sorry, Pete. I jumped in there. I didn't realise you were going to cast that in there. Sorry.
Sorry, I don't understand. No problem.
I jumped in on your round. Sorry. I thought we were going to go. Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all.
I don't have my wording quite right. Tarquin?
Can you guys hear me? You're all frozen.
Yep.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
weird.
Yep.
Okay.
Just thinking. Like, what are we gonna do?
The little dotty things that tell me Chris is typing have stopped moving.
The dancing dots.
Okay. And right about now, we are going to go into rounds. I'm going to say we're going to go into rounds. Etienne's cast his intuitions. Tarquin's headed up the stairs, stalking. Keros has prepped 4 rounds. And Leif, you've cast your chappy. Tarquin, what do you do?
Chris, can I just ask for a clear description of the environment? I just want to make sure I really understand where I am. Because it's a bit different from the picture, right?
Not hugely. I mean, you're up about here,
Yeah.
and you've looked up and you've seen what I described. The stairs go up
Okay,
about
so there's
the stairs go up about 30 foot, by the way.
Yep, and there's a first floor up here, right?
Yes, this goes up to a floor above you. Yes.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, again, using stalk and hide and being as quiet as I can, is I want to come back to the team and tell them what I've seen. So this is again going to be, and what I'm going to tell them is I have seen two figures crouched on either side of the balustrade on the corner of the stairs. Chris, were they next to each other on either side of the stairs?
Either side.
On either side of the stairs. I'm going to suggest to them that what we do is that I try and get past them, and then I will attack one on either the right or the left, and then we rush the one on the other side. So I'm invisible. I should be able to shoot him or stab him, essentially kill him for free or close to, unless I cock it up.
Okay. And we've also got we're whispering here, but we've got an apparition we're about to send up too. Is that correct?
Yep.
What exactly does the phantasm do?
The idea is that once we're doing our charging up the stairs, Leif will sort of move in a little bit to the thing so he can see where it's going, but he will direct it and it should absorb fire.
Cool.
Okay, in which case what he might suggest, and can I check, Chris, the room at the top of the stairs, did I see, is it big, is it little, does it go one way or another, is it corridor?
Straight up to, you can't see, basically. You just see a wall at the top. You can't get enough view into it. That is the end of that round. We're starting the next round. Rolling initiative. And we are off. That's an interesting point. Oh, no. Okay. Yep. Leif, you're first to act.
He'll hold his action and move as directed.
Tarquin.
I'm going to suggest to the party I'm going to stalk and hide up beyond them and wait for the party to rush, at which time I will attack the person on the right. So on the left-hand side of the stairs, closest to the wall. So the party know who I'm going to attack, and then I'm going to do a stalk and hide as far up the stairs as I can with the rest of my action.
Okay, great. I will ask one roll. I will ask.
Obviously, whispering, blah blah.
Yep, sure. I'm
going to crouch down low, move through the curtain carefully on the right.
No, just give me a second to think, please. Just give me a second to just figure out how to play this. Yeah, cool. Could you give me a roll, a stalking roll in Tarquin's channel, please? So not the main game chat.
Yep, thank you. Yep, I'll do that now. Here we go.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you here, Chris, or
no? I've got it. I've seen it. And what's his bonus?
71.
71. Cool. And what's his base movement rate, please?
Oh, no, that's a good question. I don't. Oh, hang on. That's on his main sheet, isn't it?
Yep.
How do I find out, Chris? Sorry.
It'll say base movement.
68. His base movement is 68. Is that right?
That's it. Yep. So 34. 34. So he gets to about there this round. Cool. Great. Done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And
just so we're totally clear, Chris, he's got his short sword out in his dominant hand and his magical dagger in his non-dominant hand.
Yep.
He's had it the whole time.
What's your stalk, please? Again, what's the bonus?
71.
Thank you.
Plus 10 with the inspirations, obviously.
Yep. Cool. Cool. Okay. Interesting. All right, cool. Next to act is Etienne.
Who?
Etienne.
Oh, Etienne. Right. Well, just a quick. He's gonna just wait for Leif to go first to guide the apparition, and he'll follow.
Right. Thank you.
Sword is drawn.
Nathan.
Waiting as well, following Tarquin's instructions that we wait as long as it takes for him to get up there and position, and then we go. Yeah.
Kiros. No.
Can she hold her action and see where we're going, but she might opportunity fire at either the big cat or the people,
Okay.
or fly in.
Okay.
Thank you.
Demos.
He is gonna just hold on to Jamie Lynn and be ready to rush in to back up if needed.
Okay, cool. Okay, that is the end of that round. Rolling initiative. And we're off. Oops. Some of you here, all of you here, in the room at least, a kind of a muffled thud from upstairs. It'd be from about here. Just a kind of soft thump.
Sorry, Chris, can I just check? We are looking at the ground floor and there's a whole first floor above us. I'm just a little disoriented about the geography of the place.
There are stairs that go up. The second floor is not depicted.
Thank you.
Yep. So yes, just ground floor. Yep. Followed by a much larger thud. Sounds as though something has fallen over. And yeah, a bit more noise up here, kind of above these characters, further into this room and above you. Leif.
He's holding this round. I believe that we need to give Tarquin more time to get into place.
Cool. Nathan.
Same.
Cool. Kiros.
Same.
Tarquin.
Okay, so again, he's going to stalk and hide, and it depends a bit on how much time I have. So what he wants to do is position himself behind the person on the right.
Mm-hmm.
And if he has enough time, what he wants to do is essentially cut his throat. And if he can't do it this round, he'll do it next round.
Cool. All right.
It depends on how far he moves.
Yep, got it. By the end of this round, sorry, this is just mucky because I'm trying to figure out when to ask people to leave the room and how to figure this. I'm just thinking what's best.
We're all going to be in within one round, I think, Chris.
Oops. Information coming into Tarquin's chat now.
You. Okay, that's helpful. Thanks, Chris.
Type back what you're planning on doing. That's probably the best way to do it. Sorry, guys, just thinking of how best to direct. I think GMs the world over hate splitting the party.
Sorry, yeah, this is slightly complicated.
No. It's all good. It's all good. It's part of the game. Well, snip through the rest of. Does anybody do anything else? Is probably an easiest question. No, shakes the head from Pete. God, that's handy being able to see you. Anybody doing anything? Going once, going twice. I'm assuming you're just all holding. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Okay, cool. Go into the end of the round. Okay. Thanks, Charles. Yep. Okay. Yep. Got it. Thanks, Charles. Great. Okay. Next round. I am reluctantly going to say, can everybody bar Giles jump out, please? Thank you. Sorry, just difficult to coordinate, guys. Thank you. Cool. All right, Tarquin. We are going to just do this for a tick while I just sort myself out. There we go.
Shall I stay in the Tarquin GM channel, Chris, or shall I go back into the main game?
Yeah. Probably a good idea to stay. Well, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, stay there if you wish. Yep, cool. So, Tarquin, you see this as you come up the stairs. Map coming on now. So you're walking up. Down below is exactly where you've come from. There's a balustrade. That's what I was kind of trying to describe in my notes to you. There's a balustrade, and both these people are crouching at either end. So they're crouching down. They're holding. They have melee weapons beside them, and I'll show you a little bit more because you get a decent look at them. That one there. The other one is this one here. Coming. There he is. That one there.
Okay, so neither of these are the people I've injured.
They are both holding one of these each and pointing down the staircase, or have ready to point down the staircase. Either are pointing or have ready to point down the staircase. In terms of the distance, it's tight in here. So you can get a better kind of view there. The distance between the top of the floor, the top of the step, is very, very tight. Something like six foot. So 6 foot either side. What do you do?
Okay, can he hop over the balustrade on the left?
Now you by the way, you have, as per the notes, you've got to the top of the stairs, so you're there.
Okay. So carry on. What were you going to say?
Yeah. They are peering intently, and it looks as though they are listening and peering down the stairs.
Okay, so I think what Tarquin would want to do, and I get to use balance, is that he would, can you see my mouse? You probably can't. So the balustrade on the left, right? There's a small space there must be past the balustrade on the left because the man is standing in that space, right?
Yep. Yes, there is.
This is not right.
So the map is not 100% accurate. Take the very top of the stairs at the end of the balustrade. So you are standing on flat ground, as are they.
Okay. Well, so what he wants to do is get behind the person to the left.
Mm-hmm.
And then what he wants to do is kill him in the bloodiest fashion possible, recognize, and he will stop being invisible at that stage, won't he?
Yes, he will.
Right. So, I mean, essentially what he wants to do, if he can, and you'll need to tell me if I can do this in 10 seconds, is cut his throat, then cast this spell I've really wanted to use since day one, body control, and he wants to throw himself down the stairs. And the reason for using body control is so he can increase his balance for a clean maneuver to land.
What's the description of the spell, please?
Well, I've described it again. It adds 50 to any one maneuver involving balance or contractions. So, you know, he wants to cut his throat, and then he wants to throw himself down the stairs.
Balance is walking along a beam. Contractions is going through a small space. So not applicable here.
Still going to do it. He's still going to kill him.
Sorry?
He's still going to do it, I think. I'm just trying to think of the safest way for him to. Okay, so this is what he's going to do, Chris. I think. Hang on,
just so you're clear, Giles. Making an attack on a sleeping person or an unconscious person is unless you fumble, is an assured kill, right? Someone that is active and moving, you'll have to make a normal attack on them. You'll get a massive bonus on it, but you will still make a normal attack. In other words, you could fail.
That's okay. Yep. No, I get that. So look, this is what he wants to do. He wants to, and again, the problem here is it's going to take a couple of rounds. So I don't know how you want to do this. Because what he wants to do is cast. He wants to cast Study, and then he wants to cast Facade, and those two. So what he wants to do is hop over to the left of the person on the left. He wants to cast Study on him so he can see him. He wants to cast Facade, which will make him look like this person. Then he wants to attack him. So the person, when he becomes visible, the person on the other side of the stairs is going to be looking at two mirror images. Right? The two people will look the same.
Okay.
So do you just want to play this out? Because I think everyone else is just going to wait.
Yes. Yep. Okay. So cast. You've already made stalks to get up the stairs, but because you're moving so close to somebody, you want to get round him, correct?
Well, yes, but you see how there's a balustrade? And I haven't seen this before, obviously, because there wasn't an above. The question is, I think it would be easier for him to climb over the balustrade, and maybe that is a balance spell he could use. I really want to use this spell. So he's further away from him. Do you see what I mean? Because I appreciate sneaking around, like within inches of him, people just know. So he wants to get behind him, but I don't know whether that's best to go around him or over the top of him, because I don't know exactly how this looks.
So I would say to move so close to somebody. I mean, you're very close to these people now, but to move so close to him, I would say is a hard stalk roll.
If failing that means he'll be discovered, doesn't it?
So that'd be a -10 to your stalk. Well, you don't know. You don't know what'll happen. Okay. I would say the same. No, I'm going to say a very hard to move that close to someone. I mean, you're within feet of him, so a very hard is -20 to the roll. To climb up over the balustrade would be a -10. Silently.
That's the standard maneuver.
Yeah. So that's silently in both cases.
So help me out. I hate gaming the game, but obviously he's going to do whatever seems like the most sensible thing. So which maximizes his chance of getting behind this person, because that's what he's going to do.
There is less risk climbing over the balustrade.
Okay, and can he use his instantaneous spell to balance to climb over, so there's no chance of him? Well, it reduces the chance by a +50 of some sort of, he slips and stumbles and falls down the stairs and stuff. If the answer is no, that's fine.
Yeah, if he's walking along a narrow beam or a rope or something like that, that's balance.
Yep,
I can't quite see it here. So
okay, so that's what he'll do. He'll climb over.
Okay. Before he does so, some more information for him, because he turns around to do so, and as he turns around, he sees the following. Oops, well, he would see the following if the GM had them where they were meant to be. Just coming.
And this is just a standard maneuver, isn't it? Just because I'm keeping a track of things for XP.
Yeah, it's a moving maneuver.
Yep.
So back here. So whether or not this changes his decision, I don't know, but this is what he sees as he turns, because obviously at this stage he has been only looking this way, so he's seen the two figures as he is. As he turns to head back down and quietly creep over that balustrade, he sees two other figures at the end here. So there's a couple of light sources here. There's a lantern up here, quite a lot of light. Another lantern here. There's an arched doorway which appears to be kind of bricked up here, and two familiar figures, the two people he shot.
Okay. In which case, what he's going to do is prep.
Yep.
Going to cast night vision, and then he's going to cast darkness. And
Okay.
he's going to kill them all.
Okay. How long does he prep for?
I think he'll prep max. Well, he only needs to prep for 3 rounds to get to 0, doesn't he?
2 rounds prep to get to 0. 3 rounds, yes, correct. What am I talking about? What am I talking about?
No, it is only 2 rounds. -15, -30 with none, -15, 0. So I think he's going to prep for 2 rounds, keeping an eye on everybody. And if there's something that really worries him, he'll just cast. But and then he'll cast night vision. Then he'll prep for another 2 rounds.
Cool.
And he'll cast. Of course, I appreciate this is going to cast everybody else into darkness. He'll cast darkness.
Okay. All right. And he is standing literally just there.
Well, yeah, he's going to crouch down, so he has the smallest Well, I think before he does this, he's got a little bit of time, right? So if he's prepping for 2 rounds, he's got 20%, so 2 seconds of movement.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be as quiet as possible, and I'm happy to do another stalk and hide roll if you really want, but he just wants to crouch down to make a tiny figure and sort of be hidden as he can be in here.
Okay.
So down to the right.
I'm going to ask for just a hide roll actually, rather than a stalk hide. Well, same thing. Yep. Give me a roll.
You realize statistically, each time I roll, Chris, I increase my risk by quite a lot. He rolled a 40.
Yep. Plus 71.
71. Yep. Plus 10.
Plus 10. Cool. Okay, so he got that. So he's there. He crouches. Okay.
You just want to attack them, but I'm going to die if I do.
You hear a whisper from one of them, he stiffens and says, "There's someone here. There's someone definitely downstairs." And he
Well, he's holding his short sword and he's holding his thing. He'll
I'm describing, Giles. Give me a chance to describe, please. And turns to his companion and says that, and then he whispers down to these two. This woman moves up a little bit. She's armed with one of these crossbows as well, as does this guy. And they move. Oops. They would move if the GM wasn't throwing his dice around. She makes a bit of noise, actually, coming down, but gets down to about there. And the same with him, looking down over the stairwell. This figure is staring right at you. He's feeling uneasy, clearly. How do I get a message to...
Sorry, Chris, which figure is staring right at me?
This guy here. So how long have we been, Tarquin? We've been 1 round for you to creep up, and you've been, and 2 more. I'm going to say 3 rounds. He doesn't do anything, but he's really staring intently at you. What do you do? It's now been 2 rounds. You're on mute, Giles.
I know I'm on mute, Chris.
What do you do?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I'll tell you what. While you're thinking, I'm going to call team in the other channel. I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to leave the channel because it will need to reset. But I'm going to tell them that you've been gone for 30 seconds. No word.
Thanks.
Hello, Giles. It's been three rounds. I'm going to roll initiative, and on your turn, you can tell me what you do. You good to go?
I'm going to cast night vision.
Okay, hang on a sec. Let's just see.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you were good.
Yeah. No. Sorry. No, I was just checking that you're on sound. Cool. So it's been 30 seconds. Let's see who goes first. Okay. One sec, Giles. Just hold the phone. I just need to speak to the other team. This is interesting. This is an interesting way to play. I'm just going to go and speak to the other party. Tarquin, it is now your turn. You're on mute, Giles.
I'm going to cast night vision.
Cool. Give me a roll, please.
$65.
Spell definitely goes off.
What 20. Sorry.
What's the description of the spell, and how far can it go? Do you control its size, or is that uncontrollable?
It's a really good question. One I cannot answer, although this is my most known spell.
You do like it.
No, all it says is I can see 100 feet. So I appear to have no control over it.
No. See 100 feet or cast 100?
Yep. I can see 100 feet.
No. Can you read out? Let's go with reading out the description of the spell. Is probably easier.
Okay, sure. Caster can see 100 feet on normal night as if it were daylight.
You're casting night vision?
Correct.
Oh, night vision. Night vision. Sorry, I thought you were casting darkness. Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, cool.
I want to be able to see before I cast that.
That's a good idea. Sorry, I'm misunderstood. Cool. All right, great. Okay, done. That spell is successfully cast. Cool. What do you do with your remaining 25%?
So if I move further down the stairs, I run the risk of
Being heard.
being attacked. I'm out of the range of this chap, aren't I? In terms of stabby McStab, because I can't change my weapon at this point, can I? I don't think. So essentially, what I want to do is crouch as low as I can to the ground and position both my sword and dagger in a way that if he takes a stabby, he's got a very good chance of running into my sticky, pointy things.
Got it. Cool. Thank you. Back to you in a second. Just quite the first time I've ever done this, where I've actually got the other team on the other phone, and it's kind of vaguely working. Obviously, the audience doesn't know what's going on, but that's okay. Neither do you. We've got the camera on you for the moment.
I see it, Pete, and everybody.
Yes. Here we go. All right. Okay. You guys can't see the map. That was a really interesting experiment. Sorry, viewers and listeners. I was dodging between the two, but that actually worked quite well, rather than jumping out. Anyway. Okay. At the end of this round, Leif, describe what you do, please.
Well, he'll do a check with everyone in around that we're all ready.
Yep, they're all ready. They're definitely all ready.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. So he would push aside the curtain, and he is, I suppose, doing it at the same time. Really, he'll move to the side, and he's moving the phantasm through at a run, and everyone else following on behind the phantasm. He'll move to where he needs to be able to see as far up the stairs as the phantasm needs to go, and he'll continue to move if he needs to move it further this round, if that makes sense.
How far can the phantasm move?
Well, that's the funny thing about it. I assume it can move and act however he wants it to, as it's an illusion.
Yep. Okay.
But it has to stay within 100 foot of him.
Yep.
But I'm going to make the call that he probably. Well, no, for him to make it move accurately, he has to keep it in sight to make it make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
So if it goes around a corner, he would move it up around the corner and then follow on behind, because I think that the concentration thing is simultaneous. He doesn't do 50% action and then it does 50% action. They're happening at the same time.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So it's running at full speed up the stairs, basically.
It's running at full speed up the stairs, and he's moving along behind it, waiting for everyone else to go first, but he'll follow on to keep it in sight. Yeah.
Great. So that's underway. That is happening. There is the sound of running feet. Who is behind? It's only you could just manage. Hang on. No, you could manage two up at a time. You'd struggle to fight. You'd really struggle to fight. But two people up abreast would be possible. Who's going directly after the phantasm, please?
I think Mathan and Etienne, if I'm right.
Great.
And they will be somewhat behind. The phantasm really is to draw fire.
Got it. And then after Etienne and Mathan?
I think Gray was going to go. Not Gray, sorry. Jim was going to go.
Yeah, okay. Okay. And then Leif and Keros, tell me what you're doing.
At the back.
At the back. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So that all happens. There is the sound of a shout in Thebronic. For anybody who speaks Thebronic, someone just barks out two words. They're coming. Ready. Well, actually, three words. And there is a. Let me just check. A thunk, and a small crossbow bolt goes through the chest of this phantasm. Yep. I haven't put a map on yet for a deliberate reason. Can I get Etienne and... How far can Etienne and Demos moving around, please? Sorry, Etienne and Mathan moving around.
75.
75. Cool. that will give you up well and truly up the top of the stairs, assuming you're going at the top of the stairs, which is your plan.
Yep.
Yep.
And missile parry if necessary.
Cool.
Indeed.
Cool. Great. And that is really, really helpful. Just give me 1 second to move your characters. And we are going to play out the end of this round and then call it quits for the night. Map. Here we go. You come charging up the stairs. That's exactly what you see in front of you. We're going to go into finish off the rest of that round. One sec. Okay. Next. All right. This guy here, as Mithan's coming up the stairs, leans out with one of these and takes a shot at Mithan. As she's...
But she can missile parry?
You did say you were doing that?
Yes.
If you do, of course, you need to sacrifice what you're parrying off your movement.
Yes, for sure. Yep.
So, coming at you, Pete, now. The range is... Oops. Missile weapon. The range is... It's quite 60 foot. It's between 60 and 30, so it's got negative 20. And what's her missile parry?
Well, it depends how much. I suppose it's a bit of a weird way of calculating. How much movement does she?
So it's the stairs. The stairs are 60 foot.
60 foot. Cool. And she's moving it 2 times her pace, or 1.5. What time did what?
Call it 2. Yeah, call it 2. Yep.
So, sorry, Dan.
That's right.
So, sorry. What do you say? The 60 foot for the stairs?
Yes.
Yep. Cool. So she will parry all the rest left over that, and I'll just calculate what that is. So.
Thank you.
Equals that.
Graham, if you can do the same too with your parry.
2% of her bonus. 3, 4 times 0.6 equals. She's got plus 80 to her parry.
Plus 80. Cool.
Yep.
Excellent. Not a chance. This quite pathetic. And it really, he probably shot way too soon because it really wasn't at optimum range. And it bounces off. Bounces off her shield. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Yes.
What was the calculation you just did, Pete?
I took her times 2 base movement rate.
Yeah.
Took off 60 foot of that. And that means that that's the what did I do? I came up sorry. No. Found out what percentage of her whole round that was.
That's it.
Yep. So I found out that 60%, moving 60 out of her 154 was 40% of her round used in movement, because I did the 60 divided by 150, whatever it was.
Cool.
That makes sense.
Cool.
So it's 40. So 40%. So 60% of his effect.
Yeah, because I've got basically the same base movement. Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
Mithan, you charge up the stairs. So you cast the bolt aside. You charge up the stairs, and someone shoots in the back.
Yeah.
tries to shoot you in the back. You don't get your shield. You don't get your parry.
Get the +10 for her armor.
Why would that be?
Because she's got +10 to DB on her soft leather coat.
No, that's already added in. That's part of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So she does. So she already gets that. She gets +22 for
Sorry.
per
Okay,
DB.
cool,
Yep.
Cool.
However, absolutely terrible shot. and the bulk goes wide.
That's not a good situation. Thank you.
No, Leif, you've already acted this round, and you're flying with your remainder. Tarquin, you have acted this round for full completion this round. You have 3 words. Should you choose to use them?
I presume my colleagues have not bumped or...
Oh, no, that's what they see. That's where they are so far.
Okay, so... I guess I must have acted first. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything.
Cool, done. Demos, you're coming up behind, somewhat impeded by your companions, so probably can't do a lot. Unless you want to do something or unless you have a particular action.
Unless he sees like a opening where he can jab Jamie Lynn into someone through his friends. Not through them, but like through a gap between them.
So that is the advantage of the spear. He can't see a target right yet, but absolutely. You have got a long weapon you can jab through, but not a target yet. Cool, got it? Next is Etienne. So Etienne, you come belting up the stairs. You and Mythan plan to make it to the top of the stairs, I am assuming.
Yep.
And round the corner. Mythan would like to place herself between the person and the wall. Yeah. So she's using the person as a shield from anyone behind the stairs.
Well, you had enough to do your missile parry and get to the top of the stairs. That's it. So you're at the top of the stairs. And the same for Etienne. Etienne, that is the end of your round to run up and attack. There is someone here who has just fired a bolt. It was the one that went through the chest of the person. He is frantically, and I mean frantically, dropping his bow and trying to draw and does draw his sword this round because he's got time. The same Mythan with this person here, dropping the bow and drawing the sword. Demos, you move up. You've used, I think, all of your movement, so you are now ready to attack or do something, but it will have to be next round. And both Leif and Keros are coming in behind that.
Question, Chris.
Hang on, just a second. As Etienne, you come up, you're shot in the back as well.
There's 5 of them.
Now,
Was he shot in the back again?
sorry?
Because Mythan was shot at, and Etienne was shot at coming up the stairs,
Correct.
and we're both being shot in the back. But I thought you said the guy at the top of the stairs had already shot the Phantasm.
He did.
Yeah. Yep. Cool.
Now, I've just rolled the result. So this is happening basically just as Etienne gets to the top of the stairs. I've just rolled the result. He doesn't get his shield because his shield's facing the other way, I'm sorry. The result is as follows. That is the attack. This is the second time this happened. It happened with the creature as well. Thunk. Straight into your back. It's 3, so it's trivial. The amount of damage it does is nothing. The issue is, however, it's an E-puncture critical.
Chris, you've put that into the Tarquin channel.
I have. Sorry. Thank you. Sorry, getting late in the night. Thanks, Charles. Thank you. Thank you. Good catch, Charles. Yep, that's the roll, guys. There is 150 divided by where's the book when you need it? There it is. Nearly done. Oh, no. Here we come. Here we go. It's wearing type 18, so that's divided by lots. So don't take much of the hits. Divided by 20. 80 divided by... So you take an additional 4 hits. So total Etienne of 7 hits. Now it is 80 over, and there's an E. So unfortunately, Etienne, there's an E and a B in the back. Here is the E crit. Cross your fingers, your toes, everything else, because this could be a problem. Exclamation mark R space D 100, and then I'll roll the B. Here's the E. 16. Nothing. No, not nothing, actually. Stun foe for 1 round. Unfortunately, Etienne will stun 1 round. I'm now going to roll the B. It is a B crit, so substantially better than the A. Just coming. This will just take a second, guys. Crossbow. There you go. So 0 in an B, and roll the critical. Here's the critical coming at you, Etienne. Exclamation mark R space D 100. Here's the roll. Here's the B crit. 83. There is a horrible pain in your side, Etienne. You take 12 hits, and you are stunned and unable to parry for 2 long, whole rounds. You're also at negative 25. Stunned, no parry for 2 rounds, negative 25. Yes. Ouch. So just as you get to the top of the stairs, literally just before Demos gets behind you, thwunk, a crossbow bolt hits you in the back. Graham, you had a question just as that happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. And...
Oh, no, sorry. If Mithan took... I minus the missile parry, which I didn't get to use. Does that mean
Correct.
I don't travel Do I travel further?
Well, you had the missile, you had the parry ready to use, so you didn't need to use it, but you had it ready, so you sacrificed that percentage of your action to use.
Oh, I see. I thought when you say opportunity missile parry, that means you use it. I'm swiping at nothing.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing too is, have we taken inspirations into account? I don't want to relitigate things. But...
Inspirations is irrelevant. The other thing that happens is you run smack into Tarquin, who suddenly appears at a very crowded space at the very top of the stairs. Very crowded. Tarquin is here. Between the three of you. Graham, I don't know, top of my head, and it's 20 past 10, so I'm going to make a ruling now to say, sure, you get the additional, whatever it is sacrificed for your movement, so what do you do with that additional time? Or space, or whatever it is.
Well, if I can, if I have some space, I will try and get an attack on that guy.
Oh no, you definitely don't have enough time to attack, and you're stunned, no parry, so you can't attack this round.
Well, I'll take a berry then, if I can.
Well, you tell me how much that is, and how much time you have left, and how much that action is.
60% action left because the run was 40%.
Okay.
Thank you. Drawing a weapon is 20. Taking a prepared herb is 20.
So you are stunned, but you are stunned, no parry. So you're at 25%. So you have 25% action.
Yeah.
Yep. So you got shot, and you can't do anything. Basically, yep.
Oh, I thought you said I had 25% left.
You got 25% left. Yes. What do you do with your 25%?
If I can, I will pop a berry in my mouth.
How much does that take?
I'm just trying to find. It says take a prepared herb, 20%, drawing a weapon, 20%.
Done. 20%. Excellent. Cool. Right. That is the end of a very, very long round. So yeah, that's now down to one round. I'm sorry, guys. I'm all good. My brain is just done, as is yours, no doubt. You're fighting at long last.
Yeah.
You're fighting.
Crack them.
You've smacked into to Tarquin. By the way, Tarquin, you're now visible, standing at the top of or crouching at the top of the stairs. And yes, it might be all up to the spearman who moves up. I'm assuming because you said you were moving to save the day. Let's find out what happens next time. Hooray! Moving to credits.
Hooray!
And that was a longer one than normal, guys. But here we go. Credits are rolling. Woo!
Yeah, Jamie Lynn's going to need to do some dirty work, Hayden.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been itching to get dirty.
She likes to keep her hands clean. She doesn't want one of those guardianship orders, but that's how it's going to be.
Graham, that's the second E-critical I've rolled on you in 2 sessions. I haven't rolled on you. That your foes have rolled on you in 2 sessions. I don't know if your heart's been in your mouth, but mine certainly was.
Yeah. Not ideal.
Not ideal. Very good. So that was stun, no parry, 1 round rather than 2 rounds. All right.
Are we still recording or no?
Stop recording. Done.